Well, live from Moore Gymnasium on the campus of Bethune-Cookman University in beautiful downtown Daytona Beach, Florida. It's time for the second half of the doubleheader between Bethune-Cookman and Grambling State as the two top Southwestern Athletic Conference men's basketball teams right at the moment go head-to-head in week 2 of conference action. Hello and a very warm welcome. My name is Michael Toretto. Happy to have your company. I'm delighted to have the company of Sabrina Petit home, as well as all of you on the broadcast today. It is the long-awaited season debut of Dr. Bradley, preseason Defensive Player of the Year in the SWAC, a 3-level scorer, elite defensive player. And he won't be starting tonight, Sabrina. I guess we'll start with that.
Yeah, but it gives us the anticipation for us to be able to get to there. Let's go into the keys to the game.
Go for it.
All right, so for keys to the game, same thing I did with the women's game. I'm going to kind of mesh them together. It's really to win the big moments. Some of the moments that we think might be small is going to turn into the big moments. These, just like Mike said earlier, this is the top 2, our opinion, SWAC teams right now in the conference right now, and this is what we've been waiting on. And they're both great teams, offensively, defensive-wise as well, too. So we need to be able to maximize on everything that we have. Second is to stop the hot shooter. And the hot shooter for Grambling State is Antonio Munoz, who averages about 13.5 points per game. And for us, it is Jacoby Hetty. So that's also going to be the biggest thing. Defense, we talked about this earlier as well, Mike. Defense is going to be the one to win those games. We also want to control the glass. Rebounds and second chance points is going to be crucial, vital, important for this game. Usually the Wildcats have a tendency to shoot the ball and get right back onto defense if they don't make it or if they make it. That's fine, but not in this case. Everything counts. Everything is all in. We need to be able to go after what we have whenever it's time. Those second chance points might be the ones to win the game.
You talked about Antonio Munoz. He is ridiculous. He's a true freshman out of Chicago. He's been unbelievable. Averages 13 points a game, yes, but has incredible highs.
Yes.
Had 23 against Hampton, 22 against Norfolk State in back-to-back days of the Chris Paul HBCU Invitational.
Yes.
He scored 15 in the SWAC opener against Prairie View and only had 7 the last time out against Texas Southern, but he is very dangerous. Grambling State is dangerous up and down this roster as head coach Patrick Crary, who was at Florida A&M last year, brings his high-pressure, high-octane offensive style, lots of ball movement, lots of threes, 5-out offense, modern basketball philosophy to Grambling State, and he has built a roster of veteran players.
Yes.
Let me run you through the roster construction right now. 4 redshirt juniors or graduate students, 6 seniors, 2 juniors, no sophomores, and only 2 freshmen, one of those being the standout Munoz. It's going to be a tough one tonight for the Wildcats, especially defensively, and that's why I think getting Doc back tonight is huge, but we'll see how many minutes he plays. He hasn't played in a competitive basketball game since last March when he was at Arkansas Pine Bluff. He's had to miss the first half of the season, more than half of the season. So we'll see. He's not starting tonight. We'll see how much time he gets off the bench, and we'll see how well the Wildcats can play defensively. There was a little bit of defensive leakage last Saturday in their first SWAC game against Florida A&M, right? They allowed Florida A&M to shoot 48% from the floor, almost 50%. Now you shot 53% from the floor.
Right.
That's great, but against a team like Grambling, who will outshoot you if you let them, you cannot let them. You got to get stops.
By all means.
Other names to watch out for Grambling State: Roderick Coffey, who was a standout last year at Florida A&M, came with Coach Curry to Grambling State, leads the team in rebounds, assists, and steals. Antonio Munoz, of course, the top scorer, and Darius Ward, the transfer from Coppin State, but a former elite junior college talent. And there's talent stacked up all over this Grambling State roster.
It's all over the court tonight.
The last thing before we get into the national anthem and the starting lineup is a quote from Live for Hoops that I saw the other day that I thought perfectly encapsulates this matchup. She said, quote, "This is the kind of game where you'll probably see a few plays that make SportsCenter, But at the end of the day, the team that defends better is going to win.
Yes.
Let's head down to Larry Steele, our public address announcer here, to introduce the starting lineups.
Let's make the game starting lineup first for the Tigers of Grambling State. Number 1, Roderick Coffey III. Number 3, Ricky Aller. Number 11, Jamil Butterly. Number 15, Antonio Munoz. And number 21, Devin Franklin. The head coach is Francis Frederick. Assistant coach Chris Dorsey, Aaron Proctor, A.J. Webster, and Desmond Wayne.
You just heard the Grambling starting lineup. I'll go through it for you real quick. Roderick Coffey is a senior guard, 6'4", out of Plainsville, Ohio. The transfer from Florida A&M leads Grambling State in rebounds, assists, and steals. Ricky Ballard, a senior forward from Coral Springs, Florida, played last season at West Georgia. He's their best three-point shooter at 50%. I mentioned this team takes a lot of threes.
Yeah.
Jamil Mutalib, a transfer from Appalachian State, is the team's best free throw shooter, 81% from the line, a senior guard at 6'6". Antonio Munoz needs no introduction, 13.5 points per game, the freshman out of Chicago, Illinois. And Devin Franklin, a 6'8" forward out of Terrell, Texas, transferred from the Division II level at Wichita Baptist. And for Bethune-Cookman, it's Seneca Willoughby, the senior out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. It's the Hetty brothers, Jacoby Hetty, the top scorer and top free throw shooter on this team. 16 points a game for Jacoby Hetty. They're both out of Chicago, Illinois, and transfers from Central Michigan. Down low, it's Daniel Ruzon, the 6'8", center from Las Vegas, Nevada, now in his second year at Bethune-Cookman after transferring from Manhattan. And Tyler Andrews, who didn't start the year well. He started the year on the injured list, but he has came back and been unbelievable. Had 20 points on last Saturday.
You guys have to watch the last game because it was crazy.
The Wildcats will be in the all-white gold trim around the neck and the sleeves. Wildcats in block text above the gold numbers. Sorry, Bethune above the gold numbers in gold text. Grambling State in the anthracite gray, the very light gray, with red, white, and black trim on the neck, shoulders, and the bottom of the pants. Yellow numbers, and Grambling in block yellow above with the Adidas logo at front and center on the neck. Crowd starting to really file in here at Moore Gym. You know
what's going on.
It's a Saturday night at Moore Gym. There's no place you'd rather be. It's the top two teams in the SWAC, Grambling and Bethune-Cookman. Bethune-Cookman going left to right. Grambling going right to left. Here we go. It's only week 2, but Sabrina, this has the atmosphere of a playoff game.
Yes, it is. I'm scared already. I ain't scared, I'm nervous. I'm excited. It's so many emotions. I'm feeling like how I felt during the Classic on the sidelines. If y'all saw that picture, then you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Devin Franklin and Daniel Ruzon stand face to face at midcourt, ready to jump this one up. And we are underway. Bethune-Cookman wins the tip. It's tapped back to Seneca Willoughby. The Wildcats attack left to right here in the opening half of play. Willoughby on the left wing side, guarded by Ballard with the long hair, trailing behind him. Hands to Jacoby Hetty, top of the key in the corner. Now for Andrews. Andrews skip past to the opposite corner for Q. Quentin Hetty drives into the paint, flows up a wild shot, hangs on the rim and goes for Quentin Hetty. Really nice drive through traffic for Q to get the opening points of the contest. Here comes Grambling State. Roderick Coffey will run the point. The transfer from Florida A&M almost had the ball poked away by Hetty. It goes out of bounds right at the scorer's table, and Grambling will keep possession.
We talked about last game as well. Shot clock was also one of the bigger things that the Wildcats also had issues with last game against FAMU.
Munoz controls the ball out high for Grambling. He'll have Quentin Hetty switched on to him, go right around the screen, switched on to by Ruzon. Now Coffey drives against Jacoby Hetty, gets him in the air and misses the layup. And Jacoby Hetty rips down the rebound, but lost the ball immediately, comes straight back to Grambling on a broken play. In the right-hand corner, Ballard into the corner again for Mutalib, and they'll reset. Ballard at the top. An extra possession here for Grambling State after Jacoby Hetty couldn't secure a rebound. Ballard fires a straight on three. Good. I told you, Grambling State loves to take threes. They'll take them as many times as the Wildcats will let. 3-2 Grambling. Jacoby Hetty with the basketball. Hands to Willoughby on the left-hand wing. Got it by Coffey. Down low, Ruzon. Working on Williams. Ruzon goes up, push shot, no good. Rebound, Munoz. A chance for Grambling to take control of the early proceedings here. Munoz driving all the way in. Layup, too strong on rebound, Jacoby Hetty. Hetty to Willoughby, across the time stripe. Drop pass to Jacoby Hetty. Willoughby in the right-hand corner. Down low, Ruzon couldn't secure the pass. The pass was too wide, and 2 quick turnovers for the Wildcats in the opening 2 minutes here. And you were talking to Coach before the game, Sabrina, and you said expect Arterio Morris and Doc to come in at the first media timeout, so about 2 minutes from now. 3-2 Grambling State. Tigers with the ball going right to left. Coffey, stagger screen, back to the top. Ballard takes a long three. Front of the rim, no good. Rebound, Tyler Andrews. Hetty almost traveled, got it to Andrews into the front court. Andrews picks up a dribble and throws the ball away to Munoz. Munoz and Andrews running lockstep. Drop pass, layup, good for Jamil Mutalib. 3 turnovers for the Wildcats in the first 3 minutes. Wildcats got to get control of the situation here. 5-2 Grambling State. Quentin Hetty, top of the keys, got the only points for the Wildcats. Hands back to Tyler Andrews with 15 to shoot. Now Jacoby Hetty, low block to Q. Quentin spins, throws it to Ruzon. Mid-range jumper, no good. And the rebound secured by Coffey. He'll push the pace 5-on-4 for Grambling State. They go down low to Williams as the ball poked away on an entry pass. Here come the Wildcats. Andrews flowing in transition, pulls up for three, got his shot blocked at the point of contact, but Seneca Willoughby gets the rebound, throws it down low to Ruzon, who puts it in. Fast pace here early on. Grambling 5, Wildcats 4. 3 minutes gone by in the contest. Franklin to Coffey. Coffey tries to use the screen in the left-hand corner. Here's a three, no good. Offensive rebound for Franklin. They'll reset to Ballard, fakes the three, drives in on Willoughby. Willoughby gets the block, and the rebound is grabbed by Jacoby Hetty.
I'm trying to find the words to say right now, but I'm too
Hetty
anxious.
in transition, in the corner. Quentin lets the defender go by, tries a left-hand corner three, no good. Tap back to the top of the key on a rebound. Willoughby driving in to the corner for Andrews. Right-hand baseline drive through contact. Left-hand layup, no good. Rebound to Grambling State and Jamil Mutalib, who pushes the pace coast to coast. Lost the ball, out of bounds. It'll be Grambling State ball as it was last touched by Tyler Andrews. As Darius Ward is going to be the first off the bench for Grambling State. I mentioned in pregame, really good player transfer from Coppin State. Before that, LaSalle, all in his hometown of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Grambling State with a baseline in, 16-15 to go first half, 5-4 Grambling State. And already some pushing and shoving between the dude number 23s, Mekhi Fitz and Daniel Ruzon. The ball comes into Fitz in the left-hand corner, handed back to Ward, and Ward will run the point. Around to Ballard, back to Ward with a head of steam, top of the key. He'll back off and let the block develop in front of him. Now he goes left, they ice the screen. Back to the top, and Ballard lost the ball to Willoughby. Willoughby to Hetty across the time stripe. Hetty attacks, kicks it to the corner. Quentin Hetty, back to the top for Jacoby. Takes the straight on three, too strong. Rebound, Grambling State and Darius Ward. Wildcats not taking good shots here early. And are down 5-4. Grambling State with the basketball, 15:45 to go first half. Both teams cold out the gate. Grambling 1 of 5, VCU 1 of 6. Lane open for Munoz on a drive, got fouled by Ruzon. And there's some confusion about who Daniel Ruzon and Jacoby Hetty were supposed to be guarding, and Ruzon picks up the foul to prevent the easy layup. That's the first media timeout Grambling 5, Wildcats 4. Both teams not great offensively early on.
That's a deep size for you. I'm over here writing down. I think the Wildcats need to drive, but what I've been trying to figure out while I've been watching quietly and attentively is how do they break the defense? How are we going to be able to pull the defense away to create a pathway for us to be able to make an extra pass or take it up an extra notch and make that shot? So as I sit here attentively watching the game quietly, we really want to make sure and see if we can be able to pull the defenders away to offensively so we can go ahead and get that shot.
The pace is very fast, but it's out of control for both teams a little bit.
Absolutely. I think it's like a sort of a controlled chaos that's there, and we need to really figure out how, plays are being ran. Both teams are starting to warm up a little bit more than others. So right now it's just a sense of patience and discipline that needs to be from both teams.
Conference play is finally here. You don't want to miss a second of the madness at Moore Gym. Single game tickets are available now, starting at just $10. Get yours today at bcuathletics.com/tickets or call the ticket office at 386-481-2465. That's 386-481-2465. Student admission at Moore Gym is always free. 5-4, Grambling State over Bethune-Cookman. The difference in the game is Ballard's three-pointer. Mudalib has a layup, Ruzan has a layup, and Hetty has a layup.
Yeah.
Those are but Antonio Munoz is going to go to the free throw line after he got bumped by Daniel Ruzan right before that first media timeout. No changes Bethune-Cookman.
No, not at all.
No Arterio Morris. Free throws this season.
Wow.
103 coming into the game.
So that just lets me know, expect Munoz to drive into the lane.
34 on the first half clock. Grambling now throws in some full court press. In the middle, Jacoby Hetty with a head of steam towards the basket. Goes to the rim, no good on the layup attempted. Mackay Fitz grabs the rebound for Grambling State. Grambling with a 2-point lead in the ball. Ward picks up a dribble, almost lost the handle. Fitz picks it up between the circles. Switched on to by Ruzan. Left-hand corner, Ballard dribbles back to the top and finds Munoz. The ball dribbles between his feet and is picked up by Jacoby Hetty. Hetty to the other end of the floor, misses the layup, and a late foul, a really late foul called against Antonio Munoz as Jacoby Hetty, no, not Jacoby Hetty, Quentin Hetty was slow to get up behind the play. That was a bit of a bailout there because I thought Munoz was straight up defensively. They called the foul on him and sent Jacoby to the free throw line with a chance to tie the game.
We talked about earlier, if I pull up the keys to the games, it's those big plays that win. To be more specific, is win the big moments, and I think the big moments might be at the free throw line.
It's not a shooting foul.
Okay.
It's a
inbounds
play under the basket. I can't believe Jacoby wasn't in the act of shooting there. I don't know how you see that, but hey, Wildcat ball, 15 minutes to go first half. 6-4, Grambling State early on. No substitutions yet for the Wildcats. Ruzan looking for the short end, gets it in between two towers, goes up with the ball, no good. Nothing inside for the Wildcats. Really good post defense by Grambling State's Mackay Fitz, and it's another empty possession for Bethune-Cookman. Wildcats are going to have to start taking some of these outside shots because inside is a no-go zone right now for Grambling State.
Absolutely. Like we said, you got to want to make sure to protect the glass.
Straight on three, catch and shoot, no good for Mutalib. Ruzan with the board. Throws it way ahead.
Oh.
It's a broken play. Jacoby has it under the basket and he lays it in. I'm not sure how Jacoby Hetty ended up with the ball under the basket. It ricocheted to him off a long pass that was almost intercepted by Grambling. 6-6 the score.
When you're able to see the court defensively, it makes sense of why you're there in certain ways.
Driving in, left-hand layup, no good by Jamel Lane, who just came into the game. Wildcat ball on and out of bounds. Jamel Lane used a shot fake to get by Tyler Andrews at the top of the key. Andrews is going to go out. Ruzan's going to go out. It's going to be Jordan Johnson coming in, Ariel Bland coming in.
Interesting.
So it's the two headies, Willoughby, Bland, and Johnson on the floor right now for the Wildcats. Tie game at 6:14 minutes to go in the first half. Wildcats scoreless the last 2:23. Johnson, that's Quentin Hetty, top of the key. Now Johnson on the left wing side. Ducks it down low to Bland. He has his pass deflected to the right-hand corner where Seneca Willoughby gets it. 8 to shoot. Willoughby still way out high. 5 to shoot. Johnson back to Willoughby. Pulls up at the end of the shot clock. No good off the heel.
That
Kinda
shot clock, I'm taking.
sporadic possession for the Wildcats. And here comes Grambling State. Roderick Coffey. Top of the key, switched into by the big Ariel Bland. He muscles Bland in, goes up, no foul and no good on the shot. A lot of contact being let play here by the Wildcats. Down low, Quentin Hetty. He drives in, layup good off a nice cutting pass by Seneca Willoughby for the assist.
Arterio just checked in.
Here comes Grambling State. Wildcats with an 8-6 lead. Darius Ward pulls up from deep. No good. Long rebound. Battled for it. Goes off of Seneca Willoughby and out of bounds for a Grambling State basketball. And you're right, Arterio Morse is going to check in. Seneca's going to go out. And here, no. Doc sits back down. He stood up.
Anxious. I'm ready too. I'm ready too.
He stood up, then sat back down again.
I'm ready too. I think he's about to come in though.
I think they want him in on an offensive possession to
Yeah.
ease his way into the game. Doesn't want to start playing defense early on. Grambling State with the inbounds play on the baseline. In the left-hand corner, here's Jamel Lane, who just
Good
checked in,
D.
lost the ball out of bounds, but it's off of Johnson. And Ballard, who hit that early three for Grambling State, comes back in, as well as Saliou Say, the 7-footer from Dakar, Senegal, transferred from Alabama A&M last year.
He is that tall because he looks tall from up here. We're really in like bird's eye view, guys.
Sae looking for post position, but Grambling State will reset. Ballard on the right wing. Now Jamel Lane trying to duck it down low, and Bland picks off the pass. In transition,
Hello!
Quentin Hetty, hello! He rocks the rim with a big time jam! Timeout, Grambling State! My goodness! Turnover to jam for Quentin Hetty, and that was all on Ariel Bland. He stole the pass, and he found the pass in transition to set up Q for the slam.
I know my biggest goal for myself right now is to like really contain my reactions, but it's gonna be hard to do so during this game, and it always takes the dunk to really change the momentum and how everything is. Coach Lees is not playing. He's over here talking to the team right now to keep the momentum, along with Coach Carey as well, Crary as well too. So, really exciting to see these teams come together.
8-1 run for Bethune-Cookman to lead 10-6. Remember, last week against Florida A&M, it was the Arterio Morris steal and slam that really got the Wildcats going in the second half.
I wrote this down as well too. I do think we have the best hands in the conference as well when it comes to steals, kickboxing.
Grambling State on offense on a high weave motion. Darius Ward trying to drive in on Johnson. Johnson denies him paint entry. Now he's got to go up with it. Up and under, wild layup, no good. Ariel Bland with the rebound. He throws it out to Hetty, who wants to run in transition. Hetty forced to the right wing corner. Down low to Bland. Bland in a double team. Skips it left-hand corner to Johnson. Quentin Hetty now. Driving on the baseline. Into Coffey, and he lost the handle. It's going to be Wildcat ball out of bounds. Last touch by Coffey. And here he comes. The doctor is in. And you can hear the arena get loud. Dr. Bradley has checked into the game. The first team All-SWAC preseason player, defensive player of the year. Let's see what we got. Baseline in for the Cats, attacking the basket to listeners right. Got to get the ball in, or a 5-second violation. He does throw it all the way back to the midcourt stripe for Johnson. Johnson for Arterio Morris. Slip screen, down low, Bland, out to the corner. Johnson, back to Johnson for three, no good. And a box out for the rebound for Ward. That was right at the end of the shot clock. 10-6 Wildcats scrambling with the ball, and Doc is going to be the point. Darius Ward blows by him, flips to the corner for Coffey. Coffey back to Ballard, and he throws the ball to no one in particular. Bland picks it off down low. Here comes the spin, and he went up with the slam to Jacoby Hetty. No foul called. He just went off the rim. Grambling running in transition. Jamel Lane flies to the lane and lays it in.
Mike,
They are really letting them play right now with the call of contact.
I mean, there's no plays being played. These guys are just playing basketball right now. Yes, there's
Doc to the rim. Floater, No good. Rebound, out of bounds. Wildcat ball, last touched by Jamel Lane. That was just a simple play to try and get Doc in the game, right? A simple screen at the top of the key, pick and roll. He's got options. He can drive. He can find the roller. He chose to drive into contact. He missed the layup, but the Wildcats will still have the ball after this media timeout.
I think he's also trying to really ease himself in the game. You know, you don't want to get too excited. Last time we did have somebody that was too excited, it didn't really go well, you know. So the point is to really go in poise, going calm to make sure that you ease your way into the game, especially if you're not playing for so long.
Do you love Bethune-Cookman University sports? Of course you do. Then don't miss Hail Wildcats Radio, the podcast that takes you behind the scenes of all 15 Wildcat sports programs. Hosted by voice of the Wildcats, Michael Turillo, and featuring the expertise of Bethune-Cookman sports information staff, Hail Wildcats Radio delivers unparalleled coverage of your favorite teams. Tune into 1380 WELE Daytona Beach every Saturday to catch the show live or listen anytime on your favorite podcast platform. New episode is live now, by the way. So after today's game, you can go and listen to me and Jade and Bryce talk about last week's basketball if you need a recap on anything that happened against Florida. And we also get set up for track and field to be back this weekend as well. And next week we'll have the recap for track and field as well as all the basketball happenings this weekend. Bethune-Cookman 10, Grambling State 8. 4 for Hetty, 4 for both Hettys actually. Q's got 4 and Kobe's got 4. Ruzan with 2. For Grambling State, Ballard with 3, Mudalib with 2, Lane with 2, and Munoz with 1 from the free throw line. It'll be a Wildcat inbound baseline under the basket that they attack to listeners' right. 11:10 to go here in the first half, a low scoring first half of play. Both teams shooting. Johnson to trigger the inbound. Underneath, Bradley, double team, gets it back to Morris.
Middle.
Defender falls down, Morris attacks the space, misses the layup, put back good by Bland. Johnny on the spot to score it. 12-8 Wildcats. Now the two number ones going at it, Coffey and Morris, as Coffey barges his way into the front court. Munoz, top of the key, tries to throw it down low to a cutting Coffey who got held, and that'll be a foul on the Wildcats. Jacoby Hetty will pick up his first foul. Why, you know, there's a lot of contact underneath that they're not calling. They call a grab
subtle,
off the ball.
Very subtle.
Morris kicks the ball on the inbounds pass, so they'll do it again. Grambling was looking for the cutting Ballard underneath.
A switch in the inbound.
They're playing zone off the inbound. It goes up on top to Franklin. Franklin, a handoff to Munoz, blocked off by Bland. Munoz attacks Bland on the right-hand dribble, gets in, throws it off the glass and in. You can see this.
He's cold.
He's a freshman, man. He just pulled that move off like it was nothing. 12-10 Wildcats. Morris slows it down. Johnson runs the baseline in front of him. Doc pops for a pass to the left-hand wing. Bradley against Franklin. Bullet pass underneath to Bland. Hook shot by Bland comes up short. Nobody there for the rebound. Wildcats are really intent on bullying the ball down low.
Yes, I'm happy.
But Grambling has done a great job of denying it.
At first, it was hard because, you know, I talked about how are we going to be able to move or pull the defense.
Ballard tries for a backdoor cutting pass to Ward and throws it out of bounds. Grambling State has been all over the place. Six turnovers in the first 10 minutes for Grambling State. Wildcats with just 3 turnovers. But the Wildcats have not really taken that advantage. Points off turnovers, just 4 off of those 6 turnovers for the Wildcats. They control the ball now with a 12-10 lead past the halfway point of this first half, 9:47 to go. Morris to Johnson, top of the key, left-hand dribble, pulls up for 3. Got it!
Nice.
Jordan Johnson had a bit of an off night last week. Good to see him get going with a 3 to make it 15-10. Coffey picks up a dribble, finds Munoz on the left wing side. Back to Coffey, guarded by Morris. Coffey uses his dribble to go right. Zoom action. The handoff is denied, so Coffey still has the ball. Coffee keeps his dribble, guarded by Bland. Back to the top for Munoz, 8 to shoot. Munoz tries to go left against Johnson. Johnson, great defense to deny him paint access. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. A heave at the end of the shot clock is no good, but an offensive rebound, but it's ripped away by Arterio Morris. Morris in transition, finds Bradley, extra pass, all the way in, kick out Bradley, free throw line floater, no good. The Wildcats can't get anything going underneath. Another opportunity to push the lead comes up short for Bethune-Cookman. Coffee picks up his dribble, got to find somewhere to go with the ball. It's an entry pass to Franklin at the free throw line. Then Coffee in the left-hand corner resets to Darius Ward. Ward around the screen, pick and roll. Oh, great spin move off the pick and roll by Devin Franklin for an easy layup, completely lost Morris. And Grambling staying right with the Wildcats. It's 15 to 12, 8:25 to go as Morris walks across the time stripe. Hands to Johnson. Johnson to Arterio. Lots of motion in front of Morris. Morris pulls up for a long two, off the left. No good. The Wildcats can't get any good looks here as the Grambling defense is locking them down. Wide open transition look for 3 for Ward. No good rebound, Bradley. Bradley in transition, Jacoby Hetty gets to the right baseline, kicks to the corner. Johnson driving baseline. He kicks it back to the top of the key now. Johnson again, driving in. He goes down low. Jacoby Hetty waits for his defender to go by, doesn't get the layup, but gets the foul.
Can I just say that both teams are doing such a great job on defense, and they're taking advantage of each other's mistakes. That's one thing I can say that I've seen. So if, the Wildcats fall short, the Tigers are definitely going to come and use that to their advantage. And as for the Tigers, if they fall short, the Wildcats have been using that to their advantage as well.
We've got the Under 8 media timeout. If you're looking for where the game is today, visually, it's on SWAC TV only. SWAC TV's crew is here doing the game. That's A, why we're not showing the game on the CatEye Network, and B, why we are not in our usual spot. We are in the camera well, all the way back at the top with our backs pressed to the back wall.
Yes.
It's a long way from here to the floor. Conference play is here, and now is the time to secure your tickets to see Bethune-Cookman basketball in action all semester long. Season tickets start at just $80. Don't miss your chance to be. Visit the BCU box office or go online.
It's literally the levels.
It feels like the lid's on the basket right now, and the Wildcats are being here. Both free throws good. He's like the lid's on the basket right now, and the Wildcats are being here. Both free throws good. He's the best free throw shooter on the team. Jacoby sent. Tyler Andrews going to come back in. He gets into the front court, still working on Bradley all the way in, lost the ball, but it comes right back to Grambling on the baseline. Working his way in on the right baseline is Lane, kicking it back out, and it resets to Ward with 15 on the shot clock. Darius Ward gets the screen, goes left, switched on to by Bland. Ward driving past Bland all the way in, layup good with a right hand. 17-14, Wildcats still by just 3. Arterio Morris controls for Bethune-Cookman. Entry pass in the high post for Ariel Bland. Down low to Morris. Got the ball ripped away from him. It's loose on the baseline, and it's shoveled out to Franklin as Grambling State turns the Wildcats over. Franklin trying to back down Ariel Bland in the post.
That didn't work. Big body.
Ward, who scored the last bucket, is matched up against Bland again. Got Bland in the air, drives in, floated good off the glass. 2 straight buckets for Darius Ward to bring this within 1. 17-16, the Wildcats lead and have turned the ball over the last 2 times down the floor.
It's been a 1-point game so far lately.
Wildcats have led by as many as 5. Morris tries to split a double team and got fouled on the outside. Foul called on Munoz.
Oh, how much is that? I know that's probably only 1, though.
That's just 1. Nobody with more than 1 foul. Again, they haven't been calling many fouls early on in the contest. With the referees letting a lot of bumping and banging play out. Bradley top of the key, looking for somewhere to go with the basketball on the left wing side. Munoz tried to rip it away from him, and now with 10 on the shot clock, here's Morris. Morris to Bradley with 7. Bradley, ISO play, flying to the hoop. He goes down hard. jump ball called, no foul. Bradley hits the deck. Possession arrow belongs to Grambling State. Hopefully Doc's okay.
Is he okay?
He popped right back
call.
up, but yeah. And Moore Jim is giving it to the referees a little bit. Wildcats will play full court press defense again. Ward trying to get by Morris. Ward got it back from Franklin, and Ward threw the ball out of bounds, trying for a skip pass to the left-hand corner for Lane.
Grambling's running a two-man trap at the top of the key, which really endures like a pick and roll between the both of them. It's like they switch.
17-16 Wildcats, really low scoring game here at Moore Gymnasium. 5:45 to go first half, and Daniel Ruzon had the ball thrown to him in the post. He got grabbed by Munoz, and then there were some afters afterwards.
We're playing basketball.
Wildcats scoreless the last 150. Grambling 3 of their last 4, but have turned the ball over the last 2 times down the floor. 4 fouls on Bethune-Cookman, 3 fouls on Grambling, so nobody near the bonus with 5:42 left to play here in the first half. Seneca Willoughby comes back in for the Wildcats. Ruzon pulls up for a jumper and got it. 15-foot jumper on the left baseline.
Mid-range king.
19-16 Cats. Here comes Grambling State. Lane to Coffey. Around a screen at the top of the key set by Jones, who's just checked in. Flying all the way in is Ward, got his shot rejected, and again by Arterio, but a third chance is finished off, and finally, Grambling State gets a bucket, and it's 19-18. Grambling State not going away here.
These are one of the games that you have to really be patient.
Arterio on a pick and pop. Ruzon doesn't take the shot. Bradley in the left-hand corner, 10 to shoot. On the low block, right-hand side, going to the rim and finishing with the left hand is Ruzon. That's a great finish by Ruzon. That's his offhand.
Yeah, like I was saying earlier, this is one of the games that you have to really just run the clock out. You have to be patient, pass, see what's open.
Grambling State is doing a great job of driving and getting to the post ever since the under-8 media timeout. Munoz denied by Ruzon. Now he goes at him again. Floater, good. Left-hand layup by Munoz. He beat 3 guys. He looks like Arterio Morris, kind of, when he flies to the rim like that. 21-20. Trading basket for basket here. Ruzon, low block, left-hand side. Skip past Dr. Bradley. Extra pass. Morris, top of the key, drives, left hand, lost the basketball, goes off the rim, and a transition chance for Grambling State. Ward to Coffey. Empty look for 3. From the left wing side, didn't get it. Bradley asking for a backdoor cut. He'll go to the rim himself and score! Plus the foul!
Are you kidding me?
Dr. Bradley has his first Bethune-Cookman points as we go to the under 4 media timeout. He just ran the full length of the floor and said, nuh-uh, I'm doing this myself.
I hope that's not a limp I see.
Basketball returns to Moore Gymnasium Monday night at 7 p.m. as the Wildcats take on the Southern Jaguars. It's a meeting between Jordan Johnson and his old team. Come catch the Cats against the SWAC's best as Southern comes to Moore Gymnasium. Get your tickets today at bcuathletics.com/tickets, but if you can't make it to the game, every moment is live for free on SWAC TV on Monday. SWAC TV is here all weekend long.
Yes.
And then we'll be doing the radio on bcuathletics.com/radio or right here on youtube.com/CatEye Network. We appreciate you staying with us for this radio broadcast. Again, if you're tuned in looking for the game, it's on SWAC TV. But we hope you'll stay here with us for the hometown radio call on the CatEye Radio Network. Bethune-Cookman 23. Grambling State 20 with 3:52 left to go in the first half, and Dr. Bradley going to the line for a free throw when we come back from this media timeout. I've noticed, Sabrina,
Yes.
that Grambling's offense is heavily reliant on a ball screen at the top into a drive. And if the drive is not successful, they'll kick it.
Yes.
But more often than not, they've been successful at getting to the basket for an easy layup.
I literally just said that. Well, I didn't say I like a two-man trap, like a switch off a screen. If that screen doesn't work, they're going to screen again. But it happens so quick where I think they want to confuse the Wildcats on which way to go.
Well, they're isolating the big, right?
Yeah.
They're isolating whoever the five. The five switches onto the guard, and then the guard just blows by, be that whether it's Munoz or Ward or Coffee. So Bradley to the line for an and one. Dr. Bradley, originally out of Junipero High School in Los Angeles, California. Started his collegiate career at Cal State Fullerton with a junior college route to Salt Lake Community College, where he won a regional title. The and one is good. Then New Mexico State, and last year at UAPB, and now he's getting his final year of eligibility truly underway tonight here at Bethune-Cookman. 24-20, Wildcats on top, full court press. A reach back to grab the ball by Coffee. Euro step in the lane, got the ball stripped from behind by Ruzan.
We have the best hands in the swag.
Bradley to Andrews, transition triple right wing, kaboom!
Andrews is waking up. The Wildcats are waking up.
Tyler Andrews on the board. 7-0 run for the Cats, 27-20. They lead with 3:27 to go in the first half. Top of the key, here's Rendarius Jones. Hands off to Munoz. Munoz on a curl, charging in, layup good. Man, oh man, Antonio Munoz is ridiculous on those drives.
That drive was very familiar. That definitely gave LaMelo Ball. I don't know
LaMelo
if y'all
Ball,
watch him
well,
going around the whole
the hair is also giving LaMelo
Yes,
Ball.
it went right around. I don't know if y'all watch.
Andrews, left-hand corner three, it's good again! And what a pass from Bradley, corner to find him wide open for three.
Can we get a temp on the screen?
A quick 6 for Tyler Andrews, and it's 30-22, an 8-point Wildcat lead. Coffee around the Jones screen, foul called. And they're gonna get Arterio for it as he blew up the screen. That's his first foul. Morris 0 for 3, but they're really denying his game, which is that drive from the top, kind of like Munoz does. They're very similar players.
Definitely.
Arterio's gonna come out.
You definitely see the passion that Ruzan is feeling right now of trying to get these fouls. Doesn't want to get any more on him.
So Morris goes out, and Jacoby Hetty comes back in to replace him. Munoz will get the catch on the inbounds pass. 2:40 to go first half. Wildcats with their largest lead, an 8-point lead, 30-22, but here goes Munoz again, into the paint, to the dunker spot, off the glass, no good. That was a jumper by Mudaleed. Bradley secures the rebound, and here come the Cats. Bradley attacks, kicks, wide open for the two-hand jam is Daniel Ruzan.
Oh my gosh!
What I love about Bradley is he's so unselfish right there. He could have easily taken that up, but he went from the 60% chance for a bucket to the 100% chance for the bucket and the assist. 32-22 Wildcats on top. Grambling with the ball with Jones in the short corner. Jones working on Ruzan. Shoulder charges once and twice. Back out Munoz. Baseline left-hand drive. Cut off by Bradley. Back outside to Mudaleed. 1 on the shot clock. No!
Yes.
No shot! No shot! Ricky Ballard made a 3
He wants a review.
as the clock was expiring, but the referee emphatically said it was late, and we're going to review it.
Can we get a review?
Well, Wildcats did a great job. 3 times, left-hand short corner, they denied a drive. Ward, Munoz, and Mudaleed all tried to get into the paint. Ruzan did a really good job, so did Doc, at closing him off, preventing the drive. It was a kick out, and Ballard drained a deep 3 right at the end of the shot clock. It was called on the floor as a shot clock violation, and now they're reviewing it. This is big, because that's the difference between a 10-point game and the Wildcats having the ball and a 7-point game with 1:49 to go in the first half. So I'm watching the replay now on the SWAC TV feed.
It looks like they can't really see it.
Although, to be fair to Ballard, what a clutch shot, by the way.
Yeah, it really was. The chat is jumping today.
So officially, shot clock violation. That's the best defensive possession of the game for the Wildcats right there. Again, 3 times for FAMU last year.
Left foot coach as well.
Willoughby back in the game, as well as Quentin Hetty. 32-22, Wildcats with a 10-point lead on the basketball. Quentin ducks it down low, Ruzon, triple team. That means Andrews is open for 3. He's got it.
He's just warming up.
35-22, Wildcats blitzing. Coffee against Ruzon. Right-hand drive, gets Coffee off of him with a shoulder charge, and a kick ball is going to be called. And
they're going to call a foul on him?
No, they're going to call kick on
23.
On Ruzon. Did they call a foul? I thought it was a kick.
That's what I'm saying. That's what it's looking like. Can I just say I really do love the passion that Coach Crary does have. I've been seeing it even since when he played at FAMU.
He is a hothead, and funnily enough, I've seen in interviews that he says that Roderick Coffey, who's been with him now for 4 years for various schools, nice inbounds play, easy layup for Ballard, who's been with him now at various schools, is his kind of like cool head coach on the floor. He calms everybody down when Patrick Carey gets aggressive. 9-point lead for the Cats, 35-24, 1 minute to go first half. Willoughby driving. Kicks into their corner for Andrews. Andrews back to Willoughby, has the ball tapped out of his hands and out of bounds. So with 53 seconds on the game clock and 10 on the shot clock.
I think that was a motion play. They were trying to get one of them to make a 3 there.
Yeah, they were trying to do a little 2-man game, drag the double team out of the corner and set up Seneca for a corner 3 there. But Wildcats will call timeout. They use it or lose it timeout at the end of the half. To try and draw something up here. 10 on the shot clock. It'll be a sideline in front of the Grambling bench. Grambling State is 8-7 overall. Best overall record in the SWAC through non-conference play. They're 2-0 in the conference as well. Beat Prairie View 76-72 and then dominated Texas in Green. When I was doing my research for this game, they don't really light up the...
So let me paint a picture, a really quick picture before we get back in the game. You know how I'm always talking about the teams need to have chemistry? This is a team that is able to be cohesive with one another.
Wildcats will be in bounds right at the shot clock.
Watch the pick.
They switch to Andrews. Ballard straight on 3 off the pick. No good off to the left. Roderick Coffey. Ballard straight on 3 off the pick. No good off to the left. Roderick Coffey is going to be called for his second foul.
Is it our ball?
It's our ball. He called for his second foul.
Is it our ball?
It's our ball.
Why would he be the one? I mean, it makes sense if he would be able to pass it across. Well, no, 8 seconds left.
Willoughby, he's got the ball. 5 seconds left. Throws it into the short corner, and a foul called as going up for the shot was Quentin Hetty, and he got barreled into by Randarius Jones. Free throw line. How about the heads-up play from
He was able to literally draw the foul every single time he heard the game of that game, for sure.
So with 2 to go in the first half, Quentin Hetty goes to the free throw line. Go ahead.
It would be really great if he also grabbed his own rebound for another.
Wow. He missed the front end of the 1-and-1, and that'll be the end of the half as the full court heave goes begging. Well, the Wildcats come alive a little bit towards the end of the first half, but not a great first half offensively for either team. Wildcats shooting 43%, 4 of 9 from beyond the arc, 3 of those by Tyler Andrews. Grambling State, Grambling 24. Quick thoughts on the first half before we throw it to the break.
I love it. Honestly, this great work with the whole entire Wildcats being able to be in motion with one another. I hope to see that when they come out from this second half, they have that same type of tenacity, that same type of intuit, so we can...
Around the SWAC and another edition of Sabrina's Coach's Whiteboard right here. Welcome back to more Gymnasium. It is halftime here in the men's contest featuring Bethune-Cookman and Grambling State. Bethune-Cookman 35, Grambling State 34. We're going to immediately go to the whiteboard. And Coach Sabrina, what have you got cooked up for us? I know we've been talking about trying to stop that motion, that dribble attack from Grambling State.
Okay, so Grambling has been able to figure out a way to draw out our defenders because we've been running a 2-3 defense for the Wildcats. And Grambling has been able to figure out a way to pull our defense, our post players, below to the top of the key, which exposes the paint. So we need to run a motion defense. That motion defense is basically a knight protecting their queen. The queen would be the post, okay? So as soon as we have our other defenders making sure that we're covering the offensive team that's on the outside, obviously they're gonna pull. It's inevitable that one of the teams is gonna be pulled up to set a pick. That exposes the bottom. If we can have, per se, I think it'll be Doctor, since he's one of the best defenders that's on the court right now. He needs to be able to wash his entire paint to deny anything, but also rely on his teammates to pop in and out as well to cover him if he's on the ball. If he's on the ball, obviously offense is gonna try to make that secondary pass. The other defender, one of the teammates, it could be even Ariel or Daniel Ruzon, would have to be the one to make sure that they can deny when Doctor is, on the other end of the ball.
Thank you, Sabrina. Here are your first half scoring totals. First for Grambling State, Munoz has 7 on 3 of 4 shooting, all of them on those really nice drives and layups. Ward has 6, Ballard has 5, including the only 3 of the first half for Grambling State. Mutalib has 2, Franklin has 2, and Lane has 2. And for Bethune-Cookman, Tyler Andrews is their top scorer. He's got 9 on 3 out of 4 from beyond the arc in the first half. Ruzon's got 8, Hetty's got 6, Jacoby Hetty's got 6, Quentin Hetty's got 4, Johnson's got 3, Bradley's got 3, and Bland has just 2. Here's your around the SWAC really quick. We have a final score. Alabama State loses to Jackson State at home, 75-64. Jackson State had a bit of a rough opening weekend. They get back on track. Halftime between Alabama A&M and Alcorn State. The Bulldogs of Alabama A&M are all over the Braves of Alcorn, 34-29. And they just started the second half right there. Arkansas Pine Bluff is the surprise story for me in the SWAC this season so far. They are up on Texas Southern 56-39 with 10 minutes to go in the second half. I mean, we're gonna see them next week when the Wildcats go on the road to Valley and Pine Bluff. But Q-On Williams is an elite talent. And of course, Florida A&M and Southern has not started yet. So, interestingly, Sabrina, we talked about this game coming in as the power offense versus power offense. So many elite scorers on both teams. Nobody really could score the ball with any sort of consistency in that first half except for Antonio Munoz on those drives.
It's the driving. Like you literally just said it. It's really the drive. Even if it's not the mid-ranges or the 3 points that are being scored or anything like that, he's going to make it his mission. If he can't shoot those, he's going to make it a mission to get down into the paint, draw the foul, or even make those points as well. And I think that's where he racks up this 13.5 average.
Here are your team stats for the first half. Grambling State, 20 rebounds to Bethune-Cookman 17, 5 offensive rebounds for Grambling, 4 for the Wildcats, second chance points, 2 for Grambling, 4 for Bethune-Cookman. 7 assists for the Wildcats in that first half, and I think a big catalyst for that was Dr. Bradley. He was, he only had 3 points, but he also had 3 ridiculous assists.
He knows how to share the ball, and he's so agile with it to the point. With being so tall, it's kind of hard to be able to fit in those small places, and for him to be able to do that and still be able to make the pass and have that assist, that's a lot.
Grambling turned the ball over 9 times, Bethune-Cookman 5 times. Points off turnovers 15-7 in favor of the Wildcats. Fast break points 7-4 in favor of Bethune-Cookman. Wildcats have 6 steals. Grambling has 4 steals. Points in the paint, Grambling 20, Bethune-Cookman 16. And we've talked about the dichotomy of the offenses, right? Wildcats have been doing it with the outside shot, the 3 ball from Tyler Andrews. Munoz has been driving in for Grambling State. Second chance points, just 4 for the Wildcats and 2 for Grambling State. We highlighted the rebounding coming into the game, right? The rebounding numbers for these teams are very close. The Wildcats grabbed 32 a game. Grambling State 31. So the Wildcats are 7th and Grambling State is 8th in the SWAC on those metrics. So, but a +3 rebounding margin for Grambling in the first half. But it's all about those second chance points. We are just about to get the second half underway. Jacoby Hetty is going to start on the bench. Although there are only 4 Wildcats on the floor right now. Oh, nope, Jacoby Hetty just sat down for a second. Now he got back and he's standing in the corner. The Wildcats will have the ball first. They will attack right to left in the all-white trimmed in gold. Bethune above the numbers in gold with gold numbers and a maroon trim. Grambling State in the gray with a tri-stripe of black, yellow, and red on the neck, sleeves, and bottom of the pants with gold numbers. Wildcats attack right to left. Jacoby Hetty in the left-hand corner, low block to Ruzon. Ruzon still has his dribble available to him. Now he uses it, he's guarded by Ballard. Swung to the corner. Quentin Hetty drives and got the left-hand layup on the baseline. Nice pass for the assist by Ruzon there. 37-24 Wildcats with the lead. Grambling State has their first possession of the second half. Antonio Munoz, their top scorer with 7 first half points, controls the ball and then plays it to Darius Ward, who starts instead of Roderick Coffey here in the second half for Grambling State. Far out for Ballard, and then back to Ward. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Here comes the screen. They draw the big up to the top of the key. Throw it to the left-hand side. Ballard a wing 3, good. His second 3 and Grambling's second 3 of the game. So that was an interesting wrinkle, right?
Yeah.
On that jam at the top of the key. They've usually driven off of that.
Yeah.
That time they kicked it to the left wing for an open 3.
It also kind of reminded me of whenever we were going against Jacksonville, they were so steady on shooting threes and then switched it to driving into that paint, using off of that.
Tyler Andrews, top of the key, picks up his dribble, ducks it in to Ruzon at the free throw line, pulls up for a jumper and cashes it down. Reminds me of Shania Nunn from the women's game,
absolutely.
how he's hitting that mid-range shot.
My question is to see if we came in with that same type of energy we left off with in the first half. Kind of seems so, but Grambling is looking for some type of power exchange.
Ward driving in on Willoughby, stops, pulls up, foul.
Wow. I ain't see it.
They're gonna catch Ruzon. I'm confused about that one.
No, I think it's on Seneca. I hope it wasn't on Ruzon.
No, they put it on Ruzon, his second foul.
That's ridiculous.
And it's in the act of shooting, so Darius Ward will go to the line. Ward drove just inside the free throw line, stopped, spun, kept his foot planted, went up with it, and I thought he just lost the ball as he was trying to go up with it. They're gonna say that Ruzon took a hack at him. So now 2 free throws coming for Darius Ward, first one good. Ward, the transfer from Coppin State, originally from the Philadelphia area, and won a state title at St. Thomas More High School.
I know we said this last game that some of the changes that we hope to see in college basketball is like, going from a 2-quarter game to a 4. That would because this would be a great 4-quarter game.
Here we go. Grambling shows token press, then backs off when the Wildcats get it in. Willoughby across the time stripe. 10-point lead for the Cats, 39-29. Jacoby Hetty. Heels on the logo for Andrews. And then back to Andrews. Andrews looking for the duck in, it's not there. Willoughby driving. He puts it up for the alley-oop for the layup for Quentin Hetty. Nice assist by Seneca. And again, that's running that baseline like you like to talk about. It disrupts the defense.
Because you don't see it coming, you're sneaking.
Ward, kick to the corner. Ballard another 3 on the way, too strong. Offensive rebound for Franklin. And then that's gonna be a tie-up that will give the ball to Grambling State off the alternating possession. Willoughby and Franklin wrestling match at the free throw line with that one.
It's getting physical.
I do remind you though, Sabrina, remember the Wildcats had that big lead, I think it was 12 points at the half against Florida A&M, and they let FAMU come all the way back, and FAMU had the lead with under 5 minutes to go before the Wildcats put them away.
And I'm really hoping that after that game, Coach Diaz really got on them to make sure that they don't let up. Like, in the beginning of the season, this team was able to press on all the way through.
Offensive foul, illegal screen on the entry pass from the baseline in, so the Wildcats will get it back. They're going to get Ballard with his first foul. Full court press from Grambling here. Ball comes into Willoughby. Willoughby with 5 to get it across, finds Jacoby Hetty, head of steam. Jacoby lost the ball, has to retreat to the right-hand corner.
Oh my
Ruzon
goodness.
down low, spinning through contact, keeps his foot planted, bucket and the foul as he went up through Mutalib. Oh, that's a big one.
That's a big dog. That's a big dog.
We were wondering the last couple of games, right, where Daniel Ruzon went, because he was the top scorer on the team for the first part of the season. He was averaging about 14 points a game, and then he cooled way off towards the end of non-conference play. Didn't have that great of a game last week, but Ruzon, man, he is on fire today. I wish the live stats would update, because there's no real, the internet's really bad in here, so I can tell you how much Ruzon has.
Even when you
He's up to 12 with that free throw.
Even when you think that Ruzan is not here or showing up, he is going to make his presence known at least
Daniel
once.
Ruzon, top scorer in the game with 12, shooting 50% from the floor. 44-29, Wildcats on top. Grambling with the basketball. Munoz against Willoughby, and Willoughby gets the reach-in foul.
That was Cookies, Mike.
And what do you mean by that?
Meaning they best hands, basically, sticky.
Yeah.
Cookies, sticky fingers, you know what I mean? And when I say we have the best hands in the SWAC conference, I genuinely believe, even from our bench team, have the best hands on the SWAC team when it comes to defensively, picking the ball.
Munoz in the right-hand corner, driving in on Ruzon. Back to the top for Ward. Ward drives in, Euro step, up and under, no good. Put back himself, also no good. Here come the Wildcats in transition. Jacoby Hetty from his brother. Jacoby got fouled, got shoulder charged into as he was trying to drive the left-hand baseline. He got pushed out of bounds by Munoz, and that's the second foul on Munoz.
That was a very pretty Euro step.
It was, but he didn't get the finish.
He didn't finish, but if he would have, that would have been extremely pretty.
And even the putback he didn't get, and that allowed the Wildcats to come down the floor. Inbounds play got stolen immediately by Darius Ward, just took it right off the shoe tops of Jacoby Hetty. So the Wildcats squander an opportunity there.
Right now, my question is being answered. The Wildcats are coming back into this game from the first half with the same type of energy that they left off with.
Franklin, top of the key, driving, spinning, floater, good. That's a really tough shot by Franklin. He's got 4 now, Franklin. 44-31, Wildcats keeping the Tigers at arm's length. 16 minutes to go in the contest. Jacoby Hetty with his heels on the midcourt logo. Across to Willoughby. Willoughby over his head pass to Jacoby Hetty. The lane is open. Jacoby goes for it and gets fouled.
Love it. I love it. Drive in every single time, get the foul every single time, and make those free throws. I love it.
So that was a little bit of a defensive miscommunication that time by Grambling, because Ballard and Franklin were both in the lane, and then they both went out to the shooter.
Yes.
The lane was wide open, and Franklin committed the foul. Munoz picked up his 3rd right there as he was trying to close the space.
I love the little transition motion that they did have at the top, and I think that's what kind of confused them for them to go out as well, too. They didn't see him.
First free throw good for Jacoby Hetty. He's up to 7 points on the night, averaging 16 per game, 3rd in the conference right now in scoring. Behind the aforementioned Quan Williams out at Arkansas Pine Bluff, who I think is averaging 23 a game or something ridiculous like that. Grambling with the ball, down 46-31, attacking left to right. Munoz, and there's a foul off the ball for a hold on Willoughby, as he did not allow Ballard to set the screen. So that's 2 quick fouls on Willoughby.
Gotta be careful.
And I wonder, the Wildcats have not made a substitution for the first 4 minutes of the second half. I wonder if they'll bring in some of those bench players. I mean, Doc was really good in the first half, only had 3 points, but had 3 assists off the bench. Arterio Morris still hasn't played in the second half. And now Johnny on the spot. Arterio standing up and getting ready to come in. Here's a left-hand dribble drive. Switching hands in the middle is Ward. His layup is no good. Tyler Andrews with a long rebound. He stops, he fires back to the top of the key, and the ball goes over Hetty's head and out of bounds. And that'll be the first media timeout as we hit the end of 16. Wildcats can't keep turning the ball over like this.
They can't. But at the same time, though, I think he literally was talking and saying that it slipped out of his hand. His hands was going away, and he didn't expect it for it to go.
Yeah, he tried to throw it back to Hetty, and he threw it way over his head. So it'll be Grambling State ball after this first media timeout of the second half. Follow the Wildcats like never before and listen to every CatEye Network broadcast live for free. Just head to bcuathletics.com/radio. That's bcuathletics.com/radio on your computer or mobile device to hear the hometown radio call of every Wildcat home game and select road games for free, like you're
Yes.
doing right now at bistrathletics.com/radio. The CatEye Radio Network is powered by MixLR. 46-31 Wildcats lead in the second half. The Wildcats are winning 11-7, are 4 of 4 from the floor, but those 3 turnovers are really giving Grambling State a little bit of life right now.
Yeah, and you don't want to be able to give them any type of life right now. That's the big thing. I had one of my questions is coming with that same type of energy. And you said also before against FAMU last game we wasn't able to, but we gave FAMU a chance for them to get the lead, and we don't want to do the same thing with Grambling. Press on and press on forward.
So in the game last week, the Wildcats went in up by 11 and then got outscored 47-39 in the second half. And FAMU almost came back and won that game.
Yes, and that's one thing we have to be careful of. And those turnovers is what really gave us that. We don't want to start doing that right now. I think if I could check the live stats on how many turnovers that the guys have right now.
They have 7 turnovers right at the moment.
That's not too bad. You know, we want to keep it at single digits for as long as we can.
I'm trying to find the live score between the Florida A&M and Southern men's game, and I can't seem to find it. So maybe I'll update you as the night goes along. A full slate of men's SWAC action going on tonight. Grambling State, after the Wildcat turnover and the media timeout, down 46-31, has the basketball going left to right in the all gray with gold numbers. Wildcats have only made 1 substitution. Jacoby Hetty is out, Arterial Morris is in.
Watch the baseline.
Far out of the logo is Coffey. Coffey against Jacoby Hetty. He blows by Hetty, gets to the lane, got bumped by Ruzan and still scores. Tough finish by Roderick Coffey.
I mean, his teammates think so too. They all got up from their seats.
13-point game, 46-33. Wildcats on offense. Jacoby Hetty hands to Arterial Morris, who correction came in for Willoughby, not Jacoby Hetty. Morris drives, layup no good, put back, got his own miss no good, and the third opportunity was tipped in by Quentin Hetty. Quentin Hetty is on one tonight, he's up to 10 points.
I think they all are on one tonight.
48-33. Wildcats just got to keep matching score for score here. Hard to do for 14 minutes. Easy to do when you get a turnover though. Devin Franklin tried to go with a spin move in the lane, lost the basketball and knocked it off his chest out of bounds on the baseline, and he's going to come out replaced by Mekhi Fitz. Mekhi Fitz is the leading percentage on field goals on this team, 63% for the 6'7" forward out of Birmingham, Alabama. Arterial Morris controls the point. Ruzan, extra pass into the corner. Quentin fakes the 3, drives in, up and under, no good. Ruzan flies in for the putback. It doesn't go though.
Doesn't. I saw what they were trying to do.
Yeah, good opportunity for the Wildcats there. Missed 2 easy ones. And a chance for Grambling to pull closer. Coffey in, fading away. Bucket in the foul, off the glass. Got the shoulder bump from Ruzan. Wow. Grambling. A couple really tough shots by Coffey. The man that transferred with his head coach from Florida A&M. Averaging 9.2 points a game, but a team high 4.5 rebounds. He also leads the team in assists with 58 and is third in the SWAC in that category. The and one is good. So it's 48-36, 12-point game. Full court press here.
Still able to keep them at arm's length, but we need to be able to maximize every chance we can. Like I said earlier, both teams are playing great defense, but they're maximizing the advantages of each mistake we have.
Quentin Hetty dribbles across the logo left to right, guarded by Coffey. Back to the top for Morris. Bounce pass Andrews. And now a weave action will eventually find Jacoby Hetty. Extra pass down low, threw it behind Quentin. It would have been an easy layup, but he threw it behind Quentin on a backdoor cut. 8th turnover for the night for the Wildcats.
It makes me really happy that they're using their baselines a lot more. You know, I said that last game, Tyler was the only one to do that, and now everybody is taking advantage of it.
A chance for Grambling to cut it to single digits, but an illegal screen won't help. Mekhi Fitz called for the illegal screen. as Munoz tried to drive the lane.
And Arterial called it immediately as soon as it fell.
I know he called it before the referee did.
Exactly. Come on, let's
It's
go.
like when you're playing pickup, right?
Yeah.
You call your own fouls.
Exactly. It's foul.
So the Winter Olympics is coming up, and trust me, this tangent goes somewhere.
Yeah.
And if you know me, you know I love the Olympics, summer and winter. It's one of my favorite things. But the Winter Olympics allows me to indulge in one of my favorite things that doesn't get brought up very often. That's curling.
Curling.
And what I found out about curling is when I actually went and tried curling. Here's a high post look for Jacoby Hetty, mid-range jumper, in and out. Tip back is in for Ariel Bland, and it's 50-36. But in curling, there are no officials on the ice. The players call all their own fouls, and the only time an official ever steps on the ice is when there's a contentious moment. Munoz drives in, gets the foul called on Arterial Morris. He'll go to the line for 2.
So that's also like a sport of integrity.
Yeah, integrity and like friendship, and even at the Olympics and highest level of competition, like the teams will go out for drinks after the game and all that. I love curling, man. It's fun.
I'm gonna look into it, man.
Shout out to the Orlando Curling Club, who once a week gives newbies a chance to try it. I went with my dad. It was a Christmas present for my dad because he also likes curling. So we went last year to try it, and it was a ton of fun.
Doc is in for Quentin Hetty.
First free throw was missed by Munoz, so it's still 50-36. Jamel Lane is going to set to come back in for Grambling State. Munoz spins the ball in his left hand, flicks it up with his right hand, and it's good. And it's a 13-point game as Lane comes in replacing Darius Ward.
Good press that is already starting from the Grambling Tigers.
Yep, full court press for Grambling. They've shown some token press,
yeah,
but not like the women's team that is really guarding you all 94 feet. Bradley's going to control the basketball, races into the front court against Coffey, gets double teamed, throws it to Morris on the high right wing side. And back to Jacoby Hetty, who will reset with 15 to shoot.
Baseline ran by Tyler Andrews.
Down low, ball tapped away from Bland by Coffey. Coffey flowing coast to coast, layup, no good, and a block by Arterial Morris. He got back to deny it. And now Morris the other way, shovel to the corner. Andrews, corner 3. Oh, he's on one tonight.
He's on one tonight, Mike.
4 out of 5 on threes for Tyler Andrews. 53-37. The Wildcats have their largest lead of the night.
I hope y'all clipped that, because, Mike, that was a good one.
The block on one end, the triple on the other. Coffey trying to respond. Left-hand drive, gets inside the free throw line against Bland, fading away. Bland blocks the shot, but it comes right back to Coffey. Resets to Munoz. 5 on the shot clock. Munoz driving in, layup no good. And then a foul called as Andrews grabbed the rebound, and he got bulldozed into after the play by Munoz, and that's his 4th, I believe.
I also want to talk about, we talked about Andrew Munoz being one of the top scorers for the Grambling Tigers.
Antonio.
And I'm so sorry.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of names to keep straight.
Antonio Munoz is one of the top scorers, but let's applaud the Wildcats for being able to contain him. You know, that's one of the big things that we've seen so far, the great defense. I think he has about, what, it's 4 fouls?
I think he's got 4 fouls.
4 fouls. And they were able to contain him, take their...
And he's staying in. No, he just went out.
Yep.
I thought he was staying in, but they made a double substitution. And now we're going to have the teams go to the benches, and I'm not sure why.
Think they're trying to review, maybe?
I'm trying to read lips to the officials. As again, we are not near the floor at all. We are
all the way at the top, y'all.
Backs pressed against the back wall of Moore Gymnasium.
Oh, Lord.
So we'll have a media timeout. We'll go to the under 12 right here. Nike is the official outfitter of the Bethune-Cookman Wildcats. Gear up on the newest BCU gear at Nike.com/Bethune-Cookman Wildcats. And make sure you are representing Bethune-Cookman University Athletics to the fullest, featuring all new items by the latest BCU gear online at the Bethune-Cookman online store. Go to BCUathletics.com and click on shop to find the newest BCU clothing and apparel. That's BCUathletics.com and click on shop. Where do you think I got this polo? That's BCUathletics.com.
Yes.
/shop. So the Wildcats 53, the Grambling State Tigers 37. The Wildcats tied for their largest lead of the night right now. They should have the ball, although I'm not sure what they're reviewing.
They're trying to see if that was a foul on Antonio Munoz.
Who the foul's on?
Yes,
yeah.
I believe.
Because that would be Munoz's 4th foul if that is indeed him.
And I think the replay is something wrong with the replay. But it should be
Well,
on this.
I'm looking at the monitor, then the SWAC TV broadcast is not showing what they're reviewing. So we're just left in the dark here.
Yep.
But while we're left in the dark, Tyler Andrews, my goodness, he was on the injured list for the first quarter of the season, has only played in 8 games, and he had 20 against FAMU in the conference opener, and tonight is up to 12 on 4 of 5 from beyond the arc.
He has something to prove, you know, for him to be senior. He's a guard right now, and 6'6", to be able to make those threes and have that length and be accurate every time.
Yeah, didn't see the floor until the South Carolina State game in the middle of December, and even in that game, he was only on the floor right at the end when it was when it was just over. So SWAC TV has the video rights for this evening's game. We're just getting the radio here on the CatEye Network. That'll be the same thing for Monday. Same thing for Monday. We'll just be radio here, and then back to service as normal here on the CatEye Network after that. But the Wildcats take the deceptively difficult trip to Mississippi Valley State and Arkansas Pine Bluff next weekend, right? I talked about Quan Williams being ridiculous. I just want to pull up his stats for you because it kind of defies belief.
Because I can't.
17.9 points per game and 8 rebounds.
Jeez.
Unbelievable. And they've been really good. They've been really solid. They're going to win again tonight as they're up big on Texas Southern, although Texas Southern, with 3 minutes to go, has cut it to an 8-point game.
Wow. And they're sneaking up. That's one of the teams you have to be. The game is not over till you see those double zeros on that clock.
And that's what I want the Wildcats to avoid right now. They lead 53-37 and have the basketball working right to left with 12 minutes to go in the contest. Arterio Morris.
Run that baseline, Tyler.
Here's a horn set. Morris goes left into the corner. Back to Morris. Fakes the 3. Drives in. Kick to the corner. A fake by Hetty. It cycles back to Doc with 12 to shoot. Andrews with another one. No good. Offensive rebound. Hetty puts it back up. No good. And another rebound grabbed by Grambling. I thought there should have been a foul there on the putback by Jacoby.
I wasn't expecting Tyler to take that 3 either.
Up fakes in transition. Hands to Munoz all the way in. Lost the ball. It goes straight up in the air. Back to the ground and out of bounds. It'll still be Grambling ball. That may be one of the weirdest things I've ever seen. Munoz was going up for a right-hand layup. He lost the ball. The ball went straight up in the air, as high as the shot clock, and came straight back down. And it hit a Wildcat and went out of bounds because nobody really knew where the ball was. Grambling checks it into Munoz with 20 on the shot clock. Munoz driving left against Bradley. Offensive foul as Bradley took a charge. Defensive player of the year right there.
Come on. You know how to get to it.
I'll tell you what, Dr. Bradley's taking some big falls here in this game.
That just also goes to show you how much you love the game. You're willing to sacrifice your body for the betterment of your team.
Because he had that hard fall when he went up for a layup and got blocked. And then that one, they took a really hard charge, ended up crashing into the cheerleaders behind the baseline, and he controls the ball now. He'll drive against Coffey, get in, kick back. All the way out on top for Arterio Morris. Wildcats draining the sand through the hourglass. Up 53-37 with 11 minutes to go. 10 on the shot clock. Morris guarded by Lane. Now Morris moves. Here's Andrews, lost the ball. Couldn't control the pass. Darius Ward up the floor. Jamel Lane got fouled.
No, that's a good block.
Clean block by
that was a block.
Arterio Morris. So I was looking at Arterio Morris's backhand grabbing Lane's waist.
Yeah, no. I was looking at that hands on the ball. They both went up in the air, but that was clean all ball.
So a block for Arterio Morris. While standing at only 6'4", he does have 8 blocks on the year. Baseline in for Grambling State. Almost taken away. It is taken away. Up the floor to Dr. Bradley, and Bradley got tripped by Ballard, and he crashes to the ground again.
Number 3 should be on the board for 4 fouls right now because he has been all over the place. To Ricky Ballard.
Ricky Ballard. So, again, I didn't give him enough credit because I had to keep following the play.
Yeah.
Ariel Bland, man.
Oh, my goodness.
He tapped that ball up to himself and then threw it over his head soccer style up the floor to Bradley.
Him and Doctor might be head and head for defensive player because whenever, before Doctor was able to start playing again, Ariel was on there for defense.
Third foul on Ballard. The Wildcats are in the bonus with 10:45 to go. Here's a 1-and-1 for Doc. Front iron, back iron, good. And the Wildcats break a 156-minute scoreless streak. So that's a key too, right? The Wildcats in the bonus for over 10 minutes.
Yes.
Got to hit your free throws. Doc hits both of them. And it's 55-37. Grambling State shooting just 36% on the night and 18% from 3. Coffee around Morris with the right-hand dribble. Tries to throw the pick and roll, but it was well blocked off. Now it goes to the low post for Franklin. Franklin kicks it back out. Coffee, escape dribble to his left, fires a 3, too strong. Franklin battling for the rebound. It comes to the Wildcats and Jacoby Hetty. Hetty to Morris, up the floor. Morris flowing into a transition 3. Too strong.
Oh! Let's go!
The putback jam by Ariel Bland. Up high, down hard. This building is, as they say, lit. 20-point lead for the Cats, 57-37 with 10 minutes to go.
Guys, that's another clip.
A one-handed tomahawk putback by Ariel Bland off a missed 3. On the low post on the left-hand side, here's Franklin against Bland. Hands off Ballard, catch and shoot 3 left-hand corner, and he's gonna go to the line for 3 free throws as Ariel Bland didn't allow him shooting space. And Bland is protesting, but I think that was the right call.
It was.
You cannot jump into a shooter and deny them shooting space.
Gotta give them that. Straight up. Straight up.
So 3 free throws coming and a chance to really slow the game down. Largest lead of the game for the Wildcats, 20 points as they are blitzing Grambling State here in the second half, up 22-13 since the break. Grambling State has only made 4 field goals in the second half. Ballard's first free throw is good. Ricky Ballard is from Coral Springs, Florida, down in South Florida.
Oh, he's familiar.
Started his collegiate career at Lynn at the Division II level in the really solid Sunshine State Conference, same conference as Embry-Riddle. Second free throw, good. Then he went to West Georgia, who's a team that is new to Division I, only their second year in D1 this year.
University of West Georgia?
Yeah, University of West Georgia in Carrollton, Georgia. That was not on the sheet, by the way. I had that off the top of my head. Shout out to Carrollton, Georgia.
Yeah.
3 for 3 on the 3-shot penalty goes Ballard. And it's 57-40.
You need to press on.
Now, I think the Wildcats need to slow the game down here. 9 minutes to go up by 13. Got to keep getting good looks, but you want to eat a bunch of that shot clock. Bradley, top of the key, picks up his dribble. Now he takes a straight-on 3. Nobody was guarding, and that's not really Doc's game.
No. Step in a little bit more, it probably would have been all day.
Coffee behind the back dribble. Kick to the corner. 3 on the way from Lane. Back iron, no good, and it goes over the top of the backboard, and it'll be Wildcat ball. So Grambling State's three-point shooting is their bread and butter. They shoot it at 34% for the year, and they're second in the league, I believe, in three-pointers attempted as a team. They just have not had it tonight. Just 2 of 12 from beyond the arc.
I was just about to say, between them and FAMU, I wonder who has the better three-point percentage.
Bradley on the perimeter again.
Ooh,
tried to swing the ball left and got the ball batted away by Ward. Turnover Cats. Here comes Roderick Coffee. Almost got the ball poked away by Morris, but it's a called for a reach-in foul. And that will be 3 fouls on Arterio. So 3 fouls on Morris, 3 fouls on Ruzon. That's what the Wildcats are dealing with foul trouble-wise. Munoz has 4 fouls, and I think Munoz picking up that 4th foul is the major reason why the Wildcats have gone on and have ballooned the lead to up to at one point 20, now 17. 1-1 coming for Roderick Coffey as both teams are in the single bonus.
At the line, number 1.
First free throw good. Well, we talked in the pregame show, your keys to the game, about how to contain Munoz.
Yes.
Well, if he's on the bench with 4 fouls, I'd say he's pretty contained.
Pretty contained. They had the jar lid on him. He's in the jar right now. Lid is kind of on, but it ain't closed tight.
Second free throw good. Grambling State really good on free throws today, 9 of 11. But when Munoz comes back in, because you know he's gonna, at some point, you're gonna have to go at him and try and get him out of the game. Wildcats on the ball. Johnson to Morris. Top of the key, Morris works left to right. Dribbles past Lane, all the way in, up and under, got a shot blocked by Say. Got it back, throws it up, got the foul.
There it is. And I think that's one of the best things why you said that obviously Munoz is going to be the one. He's going to come back in closer to the probably 4-minute, 5-minute mark. I think it's very important that we try and run up the score as much as we can right now, as if it even regards as a free throw. Make sure we complete those because we know when he's coming in, he's going to drive in. He's going to go to the line.
Grambling on a 5-0 run, all from the free throw line, as Arterio Morris lets his first free throw go, and it is good. Jamil Mutalib checks back in for Grambling State. Other foul trouble for Grambling State. Ballard's got 3. Nobody else with more than 2.
Ruzan checked in for Ariel Bland.
So Ruzan, I think this might be the Ruzan empty the tank, right? Because he's got 3 fouls. Go play hard. Bland's been playing good too, so you know you've got bodies behind you. And Ruzan's also top scorer in the game, 13 points. Second free throw no good by Morris. 58-42 the Wildcats lead. 8.5 to go. Coffey controls for Grambling State, switches to his right-hand dribble across the time stripe. Swings it back to the top. Here's a left corner 3 for Ballard. Too strong, long rebound to Bradley. Bradley wants to run. He finds Jacoby in the open floor for a two-handed jam. Fast break perfection for BCU. 60-42.
I need another one.
And again, that's all Bradley with the vision for the assist full court pass.
The doctor sees all things.
Say in the low post, handoff Ballard right-hand corner. Pick and roll for Say, and he rolls to the cup and unopposed lays it in. That was beautiful.
That was really good.
And that was one of those rare pick and rolls where they started from the corner. So the roll is actually on the baseline.
Oh, I think they're looking for another dunk, if I'm not mistaken. I saw
Morris out to Johnson. Escape dribble kick to the corner. Jacoby Hetty guarded by Mutalib. Hetty with 10 to shoot, drives in on Mutalib, puts up a tough shot, won't go. Put back is there by Bradley. How many times have the Wildcats buzzed around the offensive board and has an easy putback? Transition 3, Ballard good. He's been excellent for the Wildcats, for the Tigers today. Nope, they didn't get back on defense, and Coach Theus calls timeout and says, boys, we got to get back on defense because Ballard was wide open and he cans that one. He's up to 14 points to lead all scores. But the Wildcats, how about the balance in scoring right now? Ruzan with 13, Hetty with 10, both Hettys with 10, and Andrews with 12. 4 in double figures for the Wildcats today.
Absolutely. That just goes to show you that everybody is sharing the ball. Everybody is putting their pieces of the cake together, you know, of the pie, cake, whatever's your favorite dessert. But the Wildcats have truly been shown a greater testament against from FAMU last game because it was a rough game for us,
so,
I have to say.
How good is it to know you've got bodies behind you on the bench, right, that can come in and do the job, and not everybody's hurt, and you're at full strength?
It's like I want to use the word comfortable, but I don't want to use the comfortable, but yes, comfortable, you know? If anything goes wrong, you have full confidence in your starters along with your, I don't want to call them bench players, but your secondary team to come in and finish the job if need be, you know? If we need a set of fresh legs, the bench is deep, and that's something that we weren't really blessed with these past couple seasons. So to have that security for us just really ensures what we need. I'm really excited to see what the Grambling Tigers are going to be able to come with. Right now we have 7 minutes left. I'm hoping for the Wildcats to keep pressing on.
Bethune-Cookman 62, Grambling State 47. Grambling State has hit 3 3-pointers in the game. Ricky Ballard has all 3. He's 3 of 7. He came into the game averaging 50% from beyond the arc, And, well, you know what? Grambling State doesn't have just one.
Yeah.
They have two 50% three-point shooters.
Wow.
The other freshman who we haven't seen, Chancellor Perkins from Woodbridge, Virginia, is the other 50% three-point shooter on their team. Which is crazy, by the way. At this level,
It is.
to have two 50% three-point shooters on good volume.
And are they freshmen, if I'm not mistaken?
I know Ballard is a senior and Perkins is a freshman.
Wow.
We haven't seen Perkins tonight.
Yes.
Wildcat basketball, they're up 62-47. 15-point gap, 7 minutes left. Just trying to keep Grambling, as I like to say, at arm's length for the last 7 minutes of this ball game and get a resounding win in the SWAC.
That's another adjective that I got to add in that book. Resounding, y'all.
This was billed as the top two teams in the conference going at it. And the Wildcats, to this point, have proven that they are the top team. Job not done yet, though. Into the left-hand corner for Bradley, back to Jacoby Hetty, then back to Bradley. He'll post up on the low block, back out to Jacoby. Almost lost the ball, 3 to shoot, takes a 3, and he misses everything.
That was good defense played by Grambling Tigers.
Coffee attacks into the paint, picks up his dribble, looks for a kick out. Ballard on a baseline runner, throws it to the right-hand corner for Lane. Lane now attacks the paint. Puts it up through contact, no good. It's a car crash underneath, bodies go flying, and the rebound is eventually grabbed by Ruzon. Jordan Johnson in transition.
Missed the dunk.
And a bucket and the foul on the baseline for Jacoby Hetty. He missed the alley-oop attempt, but he went through and got the bucket.
Arterio wanted that one. I could feel the steam coming off of him. He said,
Arterio was cutting back door. Jacoby took it himself.
Yeah.
But he got the N1 opportunity.
It was.
But again, how many times in this game has the center started to break? Be it Ruzon, be it Bland, sometimes when Doc is on playing the 5 on defense and he gets a rebound and he pushes the ball up the floor. The Wildcats, 22 points off turnovers tonight and 16 fast break points. That lets you know that they are looking to run, and it's really the bigs that are the quarterback of that fast break.
And it is. You know how I feel about my post players, so I'm always going to vouch for them every time. They can run the pace that they want to. And honestly, seeing Doctor today, this is my first time seeing him play, he carries the ball and drives the ball down the court very, very well, to the point you might think that he's a guard. You know, in the NBA, his size, that would be a guard size. So for him to be able to see the court in a different way, a bird's eye view than the guards do, that gives him an extra confidence as well too. I'm like, all right, so if he's pushing the ball down, I know I can set up for a layup, I can set up for a dunk or whatever.
Doc, 7 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists tonight, doing a little bit of everything. But just to show you how he can take over a game, last year against while he was at Arkansas Pine Bluff, he averaged 19.6 points, 9.5 rebounds, and 4.5 assists. Almost averaged a double-double.
Right, that's crazy.
You said about his height being a guard size in the NBA. He's 6'8", 260 pounds. You're right. That's about NBA guard size. And he was someone coming out of high school who we thought had potentially NBA caliber levels. Of course, his college career has been an up and down adventure, and we are not one to speak on that at this point. But we are glad he's here, and we're glad he's playing.
Absolutely.
That's all I'm going to say.
It's the beginning of the season. I could already tell how far he's going to go towards the end of it.
Crucially, this and one opportunity for Jacoby Hetty, which he shoots and misses, is the 4th foul on Ballard. So the top 2 scorers in the game for Grambling State, Ballard and Munoz, both have 4 fouls, and they're both in the game right now as they need to make a push down 64-47 with 6 minutes to go. Ballard, long 3, misses everything. Rebound to the Wildcats and Jordan Johnson. Johnson, lazy pass, picked off at midcourt. Grambling's gonna get an easy bucket here. It's gonna be a layup for Darius Ward. Now that's both on Johnson for a lazy pass and Doc for not tracking back to the basketball. Now the full court press comes and Doc lost the ball out of bounds. 2 quick turnovers for the Wildcats.
I called it.
You cannot implode like you did against Florida A&M last week.
The 6-minute mark, Munoz was able to came in, and just like we saw earlier before, he is going to make some things shake. He's definitely
So
going to.
Doc and Johnson go out. Seneca and Quinton come back in. An extra possession for Grambling State. 64-49, Wildcats lead. They've turned the ball over the last 2 times down the floor and in quick succession. Open 3 left-hand corner, but that's the 7-footer. You don't want him taking threes.
Way too open.
They tried to trap Seneca, but he gets the ball away. Extra pass. Quinton Hetty tried to throw it down. And the ball goes all the way out of bounds on the far sideline. Grambling State ball, no foul there as Quinton tried to cock it, lock it, and restock it into the net.
I might need to sit and ponder on that for a little bit, Mike.
I don't know where I was going with that one.
No,
that
you
one's
went
on me.
you went where you went. I'm still stuck on that take right there.
Coffee, double teamed out high. Now to Munoz, driving on Seneca. Munoz, spin moves. Oh, Seneca stripped him of the basketball.
Cookies, like
Ahead.
I said.
The alley-oop. Ruzano, the ball was thrown behind him by Arterio Morris. The Wildcats at 6s and 7s right now. Layup good on the other end by Coffee. Here come the Tigers.
Climbing, this is what we were scared of. We didn't want
Morris
this to
in
happen.
the open floor. He goes to the paint, got fouled.
We need to calm down.
Yes, we need to
We
slow
need
it
to calm
down.
down completely. This is too much. Not only that it's too much, we did the same thing against FAMU last game. Thank God we won, but at the end of the day, we should never, ever be able to give
So
takes for that.
Grambling State brought the full court press,
Yes.
and it wasn't token this time. They
No, it
brought it
wasn't.
with traps at the baseline. They turned us over twice. They sped the game up. And right now it's 64-51 with Arterio Morris at the free throw line. First one, no good. He's not a great free throw shooter, Arterio Morris. Just under 61% for the year.
Energy exchange. We talked about
And it's all with Grambling State right now. They are on a, I believe, 8-0 run to pull this to within 64-51. Missing them both. Arterio missed both free throws. Grambling in the front court. Handoff, Munoz, all the way back out near center court. Munoz around the screen. He got hip checked at the top of the key, and that's going to be free throws for Munoz.
All right, we need to lock in. This is what we need to do. Munoz has 4 fouls and number 15.
And that's the 4th foul on Daniel Ruzon. So Bland's going to come in.
All right, it's on the Bland right now.
So Munoz to the line. Grambling State's free throw shooting has kept them in this game. 10 of 12. Everybody except Munoz is perfect. Munoz 2 of 4 as he steps to the line for a 1-and-1. Good on the first. I did not think that this game was going to be interesting down the stretch, but all of a sudden,
It just did.
Grambling State ramps up the pressure, and it's a 12-point game, potentially 11-point game. It is an 11-point game as the second free throw is good.
Yeah, I hate
11-point game. The Wildcats have led by as many as 20 at 57-37. Since then, it's now 64-53, and the Wildcats scoreless for the last 2 minutes. Full court press. Quinton Hetty races into the front court to grab the ball. He goes all the way, dumps it off to Bland. He got blocked, and then Morris got fouled on another putback attempt. Again, the Wildcats got to try and slow this game down. They're just racing to the rim.
We gotta calm down.
64-53, and more free throws coming for the Wildcats. This time, it's Arterio again.
He has to take his time at the line.
1 for 4 at the line today for Arterio Morris.
Jeez, that's probably not really one of his best.
You miss your free throws, you allow the other team a chance to come back. 11-point game. Currently a 6-0 run for Grambling. First free throw is good. So ever since BCU led by 20, 57-37, Grambling State has outscored the Wildcats 16-9.
Wow. I think that's ever since Munoz had checked in. Did you
No,
just say that? Or?
no, that was ever since we were up by 20.
We're up by 20, okay.
That was at as the second free throw is good. That was at the 10-minute mark. So the
Okay.
last 6 minutes, it's been all Grambling State, and the Wildcats are thankful that they had a big lead built up. The 2 free throws good for Arterio, stem the bleeding a little bit. 66-53, all the way in, and a foul. Oh, an offensive foul.
Yes, I said it.
I didn't see the signal. I saw, so Roderick Coffey went in, used a forearm elbow check to the chest of Arterio Morris.
Oh, I didn't get to see how many fouls he had either.
Coffey, he doesn't have that many.
Oh, okay.
He's got 2. That was his second. Really, the ones you can be concerned about are Munoz and Ballard, who each have 4. Here comes the full court press. They get away from it with Willoughby. Bounce pass to Arterio over the midcourt stripe. 4 minutes to go.
For him to have 4 fouls, he's really playing
13-point game. Quentin Hetty to the right-hand corner. Bounce pass down low. Extra pass Andrews. Arterio Morris fakes the 3 in the left-hand corner. Now drives left baseline, goes up with it, and scores off the rim. It hung there and then fell in. We haven't seen too many of the patented Arterio Morris drive to the rim and finish.
He's been looking for them, though.
But he got that one right there. Bland switches on to Coffey at the top of the key. Coffey drives at him, kicks it out to Ballard and travel. Ballard took too many steps before he put the ball down. Another chance for Bethune-Cookman to pull away up 68-53. It's the final media timeout of the ball game. Stay up to date with everything Bethune-Cookman Athletics by checking out the Wildcats on social media. Give BCU Athletics a like on Facebook and follow the Wildcats on X and Instagram at BCU_Athletics. For the latest on BCU men's basketball, follow at BCU Hoops on X and Instagram. You're going to be wanting to follow, see all the great content from Jade, who's our social media director, and Kevin, or Kelvin, excuse me.
I was like, Kevin, who's Kevin?
It's late. It's been a long day. Kelvin, I'm sorry, Kelvin.
Running on oatmeal, you guys.
He's sitting down there next to us, too. Thankfully, he didn't hear me. Kelvin, who is our director of video content. So you want to stay up to date with all those social medias.
Oh, my goodness. I'm nervous. I'm not going to, I'm nervous because, like, it's happened before. That's literally why. It's happened before to the point where it gotten really close. But this season, my goal for the Wildcats is being able to keep it at arm's length. You know, Coach said that he wants to have an 80-point per team, 80 points per game. We can get there, but at the same time, we don't want it to be 80 points against 79.
I don't think.
Oh, not this game, though.
I was going to say, I don't think this game was ever going to get to 80 points with how Grambling State plays defense. Remember, this game was like 6-5 at the halfway point of the first half. There was a long time where nobody could score.
But we did also say this was going to be the game of who has the best defense.
And I'll tell you what right now, the Wildcats have forced 17 Grambling turnovers and scored 24 points off those turnovers. That's the difference in the game right there. You talk about defense and you talk about transitioning. Defense to offense, points in transition. 24 points in transition as well for the Wildcats.
Can I also talk about, even during the pick, sometimes you get stuck down there, but the Wildcats has been able
Oh, no. Turnover off an inbounds pass for the Wildcats off a timeout. They just threw the ball in the backcourt, and Arterio Morris slipped and couldn't control the ball. Another unforced error, unforced turnover for the Wildcats. And that's what's allowed Grambling State to make this game interesting, is those unforced errors. Grambling, they tried to throw a dunk. Ballard collects it off a deflection. Munoz, top of the key, sized up by Andrews, goes at Andrews, spins, and Andrews fouls it.
I didn't mean to slap the table like that, but that was a really good, like he was trying to go for the ball, but ended up slapping him on the arm, so I guess there goes the foul. I'm very aggravated, you guys.
Both teams now in the double bonus. That's Andrews' first foul. How about Tyler Andrews, man? 4 of 6 on threes tonight. All 12 of his points from beyond the arc. That was his first foul, even though he's played 24 minutes. 3 rebounds, 2 assists. But the balanced scoring for the Wildcats is what's going to get them over the line tonight. 13 from Ruzon, 12 each for the Hetty brothers, 12 for Andrews. Only 5 for Arterio Morris tonight, but 4 rebounds and 3 blocks for Arterio Morris. Seneca Willoughby didn't score. 7 for Doc Bradley. The big question that we had coming into the year about this men's basketball team, right, before we knew about anything with Doc or the eligibility or anything, was how is the ball sharing going to work? Munoz hits both free throws, 68-50. He missed one?
Yeah.
So 68-54 is the score. But how is the ball sharing going to work? What was the hierarchy going to shake out to be with so many elite scorers on one team?
They figured it out, honestly.
And at least tonight, they figured it out. Quentin Heddy in the front court. He'll drive the lane, left-hand layup, short. And out of bounds, it'll go to Grambling State off of Bland, who tried to get the rebound. Again, that's an extra 15 seconds that could have come off the shot clock there before Quentin drove the lane.
Munoz came right back in the game, 3 minutes left.
Yeah, so he's going to come out on every stoppage before a defensive position.
So he doesn't
get that fifth foul. I mean, that's smart.
That is very smart, but annoying at the same time as well.
And we're going to have a timeout?
Think so. Is it full? Let's see.
No, we're going to go to a review.
What are they reviewing?
I'm not sure. Anyway, Bethune-Cookman 68, Grambling 54. 3 minutes and 15 seconds left. Grambling State has really shown up here in the second half. The Wildcats took an 11-point lead into the break, but have only outscored the Tigers 33-30 in the second half. The Wildcats tonight really consistent, 43% from the floor, 35% from three. 4 of their 5 threes made by Tyler Andrews, who's 4 of 6. The free throw line is where they're going to be in trouble, 68%, 11 of 16. And the free throw line is where Grambling State has kept themselves in the game, 81%, including 12 out of 14 at the line in the second half. We'll be back on your airwaves Monday night, 7 p.m. as the Wildcat men host Southern. Let me see if I can check in on that Southern FAMU score. I do have it now. 8 minutes left to go in the first half. Southern 18, FAMU 19. Southern went 1-1 on opening weekend against Texas Southern and Prairie View A&M. Other scores from around the SWAC. Jackson State beats Alabama State 75-64. Big win for Jackson State over the defending conference champions. Alcorn State leads Alabama A&M with 50 seconds to go. They lead by 2, 64-62. So the Alcorn State Braves might get their second win of the season tonight if they can hold on. We have a final score in Houston. Arkansas, Pine Bluff goes to 2-1 in conference play. They hold off Texas Southern 74-66. Remember, the Wildcats go there. That'll be a week from Monday against Arkansas Pine Bluff. Let me just double check that. Yeah, a week from Monday against Arkansas Pine Bluff. And of course, Southern 20, FAMU 19. That's your around the SWAC. So, Wildcats up by 14. 3 minutes and 15 seconds to go. The score
we need to hold them.
Is 68-54. What they were reviewing was who the ball went out off of. So it will be Tigers' ball. Jacoby Heddy goes to the bench.
So who's in for Jacoby?
Looked like Tyler Andrews. So Quentin, Tyler Andrews, Ariel Bland, Arterio Morris, and Seneca Willoughby are the 5 on the floor right now. They'll bring some full court pressure to the Wildcats, but it's only token, and Grambling State gets it in, and Coffey walks across the time stripe with 3:09 to go. Munoz out high, and an offensive foul.
It's gone.
And that's the fifth
one
on Ballard.
Get him out of here.
He just ran through Seneca Willoughby, who was just standing at the top of the key, minding his own business.
Get him out of here.
So I wonder if Ballard was coming up to set the screen and just completely ran over Willoughby on the blind side.
Was that not 5?
It's 5. That's like a blind side block in football. There's a couple of things tonight where I can say, well, I haven't seen that very much before. There was the deflected ball that went straight up in the air about as high as the score clock and came straight down. And then Ballard just a 2-hand shove in the back of Seneca Willoughby while he was standing there doing nothing. So that's the 5th foul on Ballard, and the top scorer for Grambling State in the game is gone with 3 minutes and 6 seconds to go. And the floor's a little damp where Seneca took a fall. There's been some tough contact on both sides
Oh my
tonight.
goodness, very physical game.
Doc has 2 big falls, Seneca right there. It's been a very physical game. Not a lot of fouls have been called on drives.
Oh, he ended up taking Munoz out the game because he already knew.
So Munoz comes out.
He already
Franklin's going to
knew.
come in.
The coaches are laughing
So
with
Wildcats
each other.
can't turn the ball over here. Seneca controls in the backcourt against Coffee. Here comes the trap at the half-court stripe. He gets it off to Jacoby Hetty. Hetty to Arterio Morris, who lost the ball on the transfer and then got it right back. Coffee has it, top of the key, 3-pointer good. That was crazy. Arterio Morris turned the ball over on the transfer. He was trying to get it from Jacoby Hetty. He ran back, deflected the ball from
Wherever it was coming from.
Ward right into the hands of Coffee, who hit a straight-on 3, and it's back to a 12-point game, 68-56. The Wildcats, I don't, even though they might win this by double digits, I don't think that Coach Theus is going to be happy with the way they've closed this game.
That's the second time they closed it like this game as well, too. It cannot be a close call every single game, you know, especially the type of program that he is trying to have. He said he wants a champion team, a winning team.
Yeah, that's way too many turnovers in the second half. They got sped up by Grambling's press. They didn't adjust well to it. They made simple mistakes like just throwing the ball out of bounds, bad handoffs with no pressure.
It's just not there, obviously. These are fundamental plays that are being lost.
And of course, we're going to be critical, right? The Wildcats are up by 12 with 2:48 to go. They look like they're going to win this game.
They are.
But it could have been by a lot more if you had gotten it together. They're only outscoring Grambling State in the second half by 1. Seneca into Arterio. Full court pressure, comes the trap. Back to Seneca near the baseline. Throw into the front court. Jumping catch by Q, and it cycles back to the top for Seneca Willoughby, and the Wildcats will slow it down. Jacoby Hetty back to Willoughby. 2:34 to go. Throws it down low. Ruzan, nice catch, goes up with it and puts it in with 2 hands. Ruzan up to 14. Coffee, Euro step, fouled by Arterio Morris, who was backpedaling against him. As Grambling looks to go at light speed every possession, down by 14, 70 to 56. That's Arterio's 4th foul, I believe. So I wouldn't be surprised if Arterio goes out. I'm surprised we haven't seen Doc more in the second half. He only played 18 minutes, most of that in the first half.
Yeah.
But I guess they're trying to work him into the rotation, right? I mean, this is his first game he's played in almost a calendar year. Both free throws good by Coffee. Grambling continues to be excellent from the free throw line. 15 of 18 at the charity stripe tonight. Willoughby to trigger the inbounds pass. Got to get it in. He does to Q. Hetty back to Willoughby. 5 to get it across. Willoughby drives past Ward. Through a double team, throws it down low. Jacoby Hetty in traffic underneath the basket. Resets it. Really smart play. Other than to throw that up just to rain time off the clock. 2 minutes to go.
Still got 12 seconds left on the shooting.
Willoughby down low. Ruzan had it knocked away by Ward. Here comes Coffee all the way up the floor. Euro step, drops it off. And a layup to the trailing Franklin. And the Wildcats now being outscored by Grambling State here in the second half. Remember, they led by 11 at the break. Willoughby against Ward on the far sideline, got fouled by Ward on a reach-in as Ward was trying to drive him out of bounds.
Anything to continue to push the time up a lot further.
10-point game here. The Wildcats,
had 20.
remember, at the 9:49 mark, so 8 minutes ago, had a 20-point lead, and Grambling State has just chipped away and chipped away and chipped away. Seneca Willoughby to the free throw line for his first points of the night. He got it. He was 0 for 1 on shots beforehand, but 4 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals, 1 block. An all-around performance from Seneca. And he's kind of developed into this off-ball playmaker type role, even less so than before, right? Last year he was kind of the 3-and-D guy. He'd give you the 3-point shots when you needed it. He'd have hot nights. He hits the second one. he'd have hot nights as the Wildcats called timeout when you needed it. But this year, with so many elite scorers around him, he's just said, I'm just going to pass the ball. That's all I'm going to do.
And honestly, you would think about it as well, too. I don't know if you watch the NBA, Ryan Nembhard, he really does have the same type of playing style as him. So every time I see him play, I think of Ryan.
And he's one of those guys, right? Very, very cool.
Yeah,
when you talk to him, he's got a like even keel personality. He's one of those guys that would be just as happy with a 10-assist night as a 15-point night,
point
right?
guard for you, a quarterback as well. You got to be cool. You have to have you got to be level-headed coming into the game.
Wildcats call a 30-second timeout, up 12, 72-60 with 1 minute and 37 seconds to go on the clock. Thank you for sticking with us for this doubleheader here on the CatEye Radio Network. Or if you have the SWAC TV broadcast on and turn the audio off over there and synced us up to it, we appreciate that extra effort. Sabrina and I will be back on your airwaves on Monday night, 7 o'clock, as the Wildcats take on Southern. And for all intents and purposes, we'll look to go 3-0 in conference play to start. Grambling State will roll the ball in. Munoz will let it roll and let it roll and let it roll all the way towards the midcourt stripe. And now the referees will blow the play dead, and they're going to make him inbound it again. I wonder if Munoz just got a pace of play warning.
Yeah.
Because that ball was really slowly rolling, and he just let it go. And now the Wildcats will bring Arterio Morris, who's got 4 fouls, into the front court as kind of a token one-man press here to prevent them from doing exactly what they just did.
Just to see if we can push off.
They'll get it in. Munoz will run the point. 1.5 to go as Munoz crosses the time stripe. Munoz goes right, goes all the way into the lane, kicks it to the corner, 3 on the way. Good for Jamil Mutalib, timeout Grambling State. It is a 9-point game, 72-63.
They can still come back from this, which is really, really, really scary right now.
The Wildcats, just like they did with FAMU last week, had a big lead and let FAMU back in and had to win a thriller down this stretch.
Absolutely.
With 1:27 left, 9 points for an offense that can go as quick as Grambling State. This game is not over. Remember, the Wildcats at the 9:49 mark, led by 20.
You got to be able to figure out what the problem is on how we're able to give up this many.
Well, it's turnovers, right?
How can we prevent those? Those are questions that...
It's simple stuff, not like making good passes, being a help when your teammate is trapped.
Remember when I said to her the keys to the game, that the big moments is going to win the game, and I told you the big moments are going to be the smaller things that we would least expect it to be. And I told you, like, it was really towards the turnovers. We need to make sure that we're free throws, any fundamental things need to be cleaned up.
72-63, Wildcats by 9. Both teams in the double bonus, 1 minute and 27 seconds left. Since that 20-point lead for Grambling State, for Bethune-Cookman, sorry, at the 9:47 mark. It is 26-17, Grambling State in the last 8 minutes.
Wow.
Wildcats trying to hang on and go 2-0 in conference play. Full court press. Willoughby, the pass from Quentin Hetty. Willoughby into a trap, throws it across to Arterio Morris into the front court for Ruzon. Ruzon back to Willoughby at the logo. Got to play keep away here. Quentin in the corner, back to Willoughby. Ruzon over his head to Willoughby, still way outside the three-point line. 10 to shoot, 1:05 to go. Willoughby across to Morris, 6 to shoot, in the corner. Now down to Ruzon, 4 to shoot. Ruzon going up at Coffey. Offensive foul. He put the ball in the bucket, but he used his elbow to get space against Coffey. Coffey's on the ground holding his head.
I didn't like that call because he threw his body before his entire head threw off back. I don't like that call.
So a chance to make it potentially a 2-possession game. And we might have a lengthy review here for a flagrant foul because that was up by the head. Remember in the women's game where Maya Johnson hit a player up by the head and she was lucky not to get a flagrant. Roderick Coffey is still down, being attended to by the trainer and Coach Crary
and that also
under the basket.
Was Daniel's fifth foul, if anything.
That was Ruzon's 5th foul,
Yeah.
so it doesn't matter anyway.
That means Doc needs to come in, or Ariel.
I think Ariel. Bland only has 1 foul. Bland 6 points, 5 rebounds, 2 steals, and the rebounding's been by committee just as much as the scoring has been. 3 players with 5 rebounds, 3 players with 4 rebounds for the Wildcats today.
Can I just say, the same way we were able to contain Antonio Munoz is the same way they've been able to contain our post players, honestly. Because some of those takes that they were able to take for,
Yeah, Coach Theus going over to check on Roderick Coffey as he still remains down after taking a hit to the head from Daniel Ruzon. That's Daniel Ruzon's 5th foul. And a lengthy delay here. And I want to go down the hypothetical road here. If they call this a flagrant and it's 2 shots plus the ball, that would mean it's potentially 65-72 and the ball for Grambling State with 58 seconds left.
this would mean that the Wildcats would have to slow the game down. Run the
Grambling
clock out.
State trying to pull an improbable comeback here at Moore Gymnasium after being down by 20 with 10 minutes to go. Daniel Ruzon goes and gives a hug to Roderick Coffey. I know he didn't mean to do that. He was just trying to get position. And he was a big matched up against the guard.
It
so,
is. That was a mixed match anyways.
His head is kind of at the level of where Ruzon's elbow normally is. And so Coffey, with his head covered by a towel, is being helped by a couple trainers and Coach Crary back to the bench. Wouldn't surprise me if he goes to the locker room.
Yeah. Oh, they're talking.
A lot happening here as Coffey's going to go take a seat on the bench. Some of the Wildcat fans are
No, he's going to the locker room.
Or going to the locker room. A couple of the Wildcat fans are chirping at him. I see our assistant AD, Scott, down there trying to cool the fans off. This is not something you want to see, right?
No, not at
You
all.
want to see both teams play the game to the best of their abilities. Nobody get hurt. And this is a tough situation for Grambling, one of Grambling State's best players, Roderick Coffey. He leads them in rebounds, top 5 in the SWAC in assists and steals, top 5 in assist to turnover ratio. As he's going to go to the locker room after taking an inadvertent elbow from Daniel Ruzon. Remember, the situation is like this.
Yeah.
Bethune-Cookman 72, Grambling State 63. The Wildcats led by as many as 20 with half of the second half gone, the 9:43 mark. Since then, it's been all Grambling State. They've cut the lead to 9 and a potential to cut it to a 2-possession game their next trip down the floor. Remember, Grambling State really loves to shoot the 3, even though they haven't done it that well tonight. Just 4 of 18 from beyond the arc. 3 of those by Ballard, who has fouled out, 1 by Mutalib, whose 3-point percentage is 38.6. But even if you look at Coffey, who's not on the floor, his 3-point percentage is 50%. Lane, 21%. Mutalib, 38%. They could even bring in the freshman, Chancellor Perkins.
Him from the game.
No, it's an ejection. Even though Daniel Ruzon, that was his 5th foul anyway. And he gets the crowd fired up as he goes to the locker room. So
it wasn't intentional, but it had
so
to happen.
flagrant 2 has to have been the call there to eject it.
Yeah.
So it's going to be 2 shots for Grambling and the ball. Worst case scenario for the Wildcats here. Wildcats on the verge of a collapse at home at Moore Gym. This doesn't happen at Moore Gym. They're the team that does the comebacks. They're the team that wins the improbable games. Jamil Mutalib, the transfer from Appalachian State, in the absence of Coffey, will shoot the flagrant free throws. Good on the first.
How many does he have? 3 or 2?
2.
2.
And the ball for Grambling State.
Okay.
I am surprised that Doc is not in for
Me
his
too.
defense. Ariel Bland in for the ejected Daniel Ruzon is the only change the Wildcats make. 72-65. 7-point game. 58 seconds left, Grambling with the ball. Wildcats will throw some pressure their way with Q and Arterio going into the front court. Grambling State will bring all 5 players into the backcourt. They get it into Munoz. He'll be guarded by Quentin Hetty. 53 seconds as he walks across the time stripe. Munoz goes right, gets to the right-hand baseline. Got bumped by Jacoby Hetty, and he will go to the line for 2 more free throws.
They're going to try and foul him every single time. I think Tyler needs to get in.
Andrews, Bradley, both standing up around the benches, potentially waiting to come in. 5-0 run for Grambling State, a 9-2 run over the last 128. First free throw, no good from Munoz. That's big. As Andrews is going to come in to replace Ariel Bland. Wildcats go small ball here.
You already know that means it's going to be a shot that's going to be called. It needs to be a fast break, and he needs to be in place. But just in case nobody else is in place, we need a big down there because you already know that they know that he's a shooter.
Munoz misses both. Rebound to Willoughby. He heaves the ball up the floor to Jacoby Hetty. Hetty trapped, gets through a double team, finds Arterio in the corner.
That's a sniper.
Andrews doesn't take the 3, really good job. And now they foul Seneca Willoughby, and that's on Munoz. That's his 5th.
He's out.
That's all for Munoz. Huge missed free throws by Antonio Munoz, the freshman, the standout freshman, and he is gone from the ball game.
I wouldn't be surprised after this free throw that he takes Tyler back out and adds Ariel in, or he might put Jacoby out. One of them, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's Tyler.
I think they need Ariel in to defend the post. Yeah. And Grambling State is taking all of the time that they are allotted to get Munoz out of the game, and it's the other freshman. Here's Chancellor Perkins, the guard from Woodbridge, Virginia, a basketball legacy player. Both parents played college basketball at the Division I level in the DC area. His dad played at George Mason, his mom at George Washington.
Wow.
Limited playing time this year, but 50% on his 3-pointers. Massive free throws. The first one is good from Seneca. How important were the free throws down the stretch for the Wildcats?
These are the big
against
moments.
Florida A&M last week, and they're going to have to be big again.
These are the big moments we talked about.
12-point game again. Oh, sorry, no, 73-65 is the score. Seneca makes both. 9-point game, 74-65, 32 seconds left. Here comes Grambling. Ward across half court, guarded by Jacoby, steps back, right corner 3, no good. Rebound out of bounds, Wildcat ball. Last touch by Franklin. They will probably ask for it to be reviewed. Wildcats will take a timeout. They are out. Both teams are out. 21 seconds left, and the Wildcats, through it all, the missed free throws by Munoz gave them just enough momentum to feel like they've done enough.
You really gotta think about how with the different teams, 21.9 seconds is completely different from a women's basketball game than it is for the men's basketball game. Since we move at since they move at such a faster pace, literally that could still be enough time for us to get, for Grambling to get to where they need to be right now. You know, so we don't want to overly think what's going on right now, thinking that we're in the best place ever. And this is why we also talked about before is making sure that we keep them at arm's length away.
And free throws are going to be key, right? Because they're going to get the ball in. You got to get the ball in. You can't turn it over on the inbounds, and then they're going to foul you.
Exactly. And it's the same thing that happened with Gregory on the women's team as well, too. Anything is at play right now. They're going to put their most dispensable players out there to make sure that they can get their position. Anything to mess up the eye.
Grambling State continues their Florida road trip on Monday night against Florida A&M. Patrick Crary going back to his old barn. I'm really interested. I'm kind of sad that we're going to be on air at the same time on Monday that game is going on, because with the treatment that he got at Florida A&M for the board of directors, they basically ran him out of town after the best season that they had in almost 20 years.
Was not treating him right.
And
he's a great coach.
I would like to see Patrick Crary go in and put a big score
Yes.
on Florida A&M. And that's two things, right? One, Bethune-Cookman Wildcat,
course,
we don't want to
obviously.
see FAMU lose.
Yeah.
We want to see FAMU lose.
But I know for a fact
But
they're going to get
Crary wants to go in and make a statement.
that. Yes.
The Wildcats will be at home on Monday against Southern. 21 seconds left. Wildcats need to get the ball inbound. Seneca the inbounder, and they do. Quentin Hetty back to Seneca. Seneca trapped in the backcourt. Somebody got to go help him. Quentin Hetty does. Thrown across to Morris. Across to Tyler Andrews. He'll hold the ball, and he'll be fouled by Jamel Lane. Good job by the Wildcats to avoid the pressure. Quentin Hetty, key on that play because he tracked back to give help to Seneca when he was trapped in the corner.
Yes.
And Tyler Andrews, whose only points have come on three-pointers tonight, and he misses his first free throw. Oh no, I jinxed him.
You did.
I was about to say the chance to go to the line to
really
add to it,
solidified.
but how big was he early in the second half for
man.
that big run where the Wildcats went up by 20?
He,
4 of 6 on three-pointers tonight for Tyler Andrews.
this team makes basketball really exciting to watch again.
And he misses both. Still a 9-point game, 74-65. Into the front court, hoisting a three is Mutalib, no good. Andrews bats the ball away, that's the end of it. And this one belongs to the maroon and gold. Wow, they didn't make it easy on themselves. Grambling State outscored them. So for the second straight time in SWAC play, Sabrina,
Yeah.
the Wildcats go up big at the half and then let their opponent outscore them in the second half. And I don't know what it is.
This was a beautiful game played by the both of them, so I'm really hoping that, you know, come the next game, we really take the time and figure out how do we keep them in arm's length without, you know, doing the most and doing these turnovers.
Here are your final scoring totals for tonight's contest. First for Grambling State. Both teams had 4 players in double figures.
Yes.
Ballard had 14 points on 4 of 10 shooting, 3 threes, 3 of 8 from 3, and 3 field goals. He fouled out. Coffey, before he went out with an injury, had 13 points, 4 of 11 shooting, didn't hit a 3, but had 4 assists and 6 rebounds. Munoz, before he fouled out, had 11 points, 3 of 5 shooting, 5 of 10 for the free throw line. That was crucial.
Yeah.
Because Munoz went to the line late in the game with a chance to make it a 2-possession game with under a minute left, and he missed both free throws. That was key.
Yes, that was really, really huge.
Ward had 10, 4 out of 13 from the floor, 7 rebounds, 2 steals. Mutalib, 7 points, 2 rebounds, 2 steals. Franklin, 6 points, a team-high 8 rebounds and 2 steals. And Lane and Say each had 2 points. As the alma mater blares through more gym, the Bethune-Cookman scores. Daniel Ruzon leads all scorers tonight with 15 points. He did get ejected with under a minute to go for an inadvertent elbow, and we hope Roderick Coffey is okay. Jacoby Hetty had 12, Tyler Andrews had 12, Quentin Hetty had 12.
Yes.
So 4 in double figures for the Wildcats, and the balanced scoring really came through for Bethune-Cookman. Tyler Andrews, ridiculous, 4 out of 6 from 3. Jacoby Hetty, Dr. Bradley, Ariel Bland, and Seneca Willoughby all had 5 rebounds. Bradley and Willoughby both had 4 assists. Here's the rest of the scores. Bradley had 7 points, just 2 out of 5 from the floor, perfect from the free throw line. But on a night where Dr. Bradley gets more minutes, he's a triple-double watch.
Yeah.
He had 7 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists in 18 minutes tonight.
I think we're going to see that a lot more coming towards this season.
And Doc didn't play at all down the stretch, didn't play the last 10 minutes of the game.
Right.
So we shall see. Team stats look like this. Bethune-Cookman out-rebound Grambling State 38-36 and 13-10 on the offensive glass. Second chance points 15-2 in favor of the Wildcats. How about that?
I want to see that continuously for the rest of the season.
Bethune-Cookman had 13 assists, Grambling had 10. Grambling had 18 turnovers, leading to 24 points off turnovers for the Wildcats. The Wildcats had 17 turnovers, leading to 22 points off turnovers for Grambling State. So that's a bit of a wash.
Yep.
Those stats pretty even. Wildcats had 4 blocks to Grambling's 1. Grambling had 20 points on the fast break to Bethune-Cookman's 18. Grambling also had 11 steals to Bethune-Cookman's 8. But again, you look at the turnovers forced. 18 turnovers forced, 24 points off turnovers, 18 fast break points. But really, points in the paint, 40-28 in favor of Bethune-Cookman. And I think that is a direct result of Antonio Munoz getting to 4 fouls early in the second half.
Yeah.
And the Wildcats were able to pound the ball inside the paint with him out of the game for the majority of the second half.
Yeah, absolutely.
Shooting splits look like this for Grambling State. They shot 22 of 56 from the floor, 39.3 the field goal percentage, 20% from 3. That was big for a Grambling State team that loves to shoot the 3 and shoots it well at 34%. They were held to just 20%, 4 of 20, but 17 of 22 on their free throws. Everybody except Munoz was perfect from the free throw line tonight for Grambling State, but Munoz just 5 of 10.
Yep,
and
contained the shooter.
And didn't hit those clutch free throws down the stretch when he could have made the game a lot more interesting with under a minute to go. For the Wildcats, 44% from the floor, 27 of 61, and 35% from 3, 5 of 14. 4 of those by Andrews, 1 by Jordan Johnson. 68% from the free throw line. Got to clean that up. They definitely let Grambling State hang around. There were 2 things that let Grambling State hang around tonight. One was the turnovers late in the game, and the other was the free throws. I mean, especially Arterio Morris, who was 3 of 6 on free throws tonight, and Tyler Andrews 0 of 2. You can't let the other team back in the game like that,
no,
especially at the free throw line. But the Wildcats do win. They move to 2-0. The Wildcats now 5-10 on the year, 2-0 in SWAC play. Grambling State drops their first SWAC contest of the year. They're now 8-8 and 2-1 in SWAC conference play. We'll be back on Monday night, 7 p.m. Eastern time, right here with the CatEye Radio Network as the Wildcats look to continue to be perfect in SWAC play as they welcome the Southern Jaguars. And just checking in, it's FAMU 30, Southern 25 at halftime up in Tallahassee. Maybe by Monday, this cold I've been fighting for 2 weeks will be gone, but that is unlikely. But no matter how I'm feeling, we will see you there on Monday night. Thank you so much for watching. For Sabrina and myself, Michael Torello, and our entire Wildcat crew here at Moore Gymnasium, hail Wildcats, and we'll see you on Monday.